Circa Sports app. Bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. I am your returning host, HBIC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, Joey P, Dougie Fred. I am back from my PTO in my vacation. So thank you guys.
You look refreshed.
Yeah, thank you guys for holding it down last week.
How's it feel to approve your own PTO?
Feels great, man. Feels great. It's almost like masturbation.
Kinda, yeah.
Fuck. Well, you guys are boss men. You guys prove your PTOs. All you guys.
I take vacation.
Yeah. No, I still have somebody to answer to, but
same.
It's kind of funny you say that, man, because obviously I've just kind of stepped into this boss role and everything like that over the last few months. I had my first horrible boss moment.
Ooh, bad guy, Dougie.
Is that why you're wearing sunglasses? You're trying to be a badass now?
No, it's literally just too many hours at work this week. It's been a thing, and you guys don't need to see those eyes. And I'll be quite honest with you. Yeah, Baloney's going through it too at work. This light is fucking bright. So
it stinks. It stinks.
Yeah, the lights are bright on this side. But no, so I tend to try and still be one of the crew and treat my guys like how I would want to be treated and everything like that. But I just had a moment, and I did something very vindictively, and I feel good about it. I feel really good about it.
Turning heel. He's turning heel.
So we, obviously in the line of work, we have a lot of safety equipment that we have to wear and everything like that. And one of my newer guys, I had to get him a hard helmet. And just to be honest with you guys or whatever, I found out after his probation period, he's a Vikings fan. And I wasn't too thrilled about that.
Fired immediately.
No, I just got him a Bears hard helmet, and I am forcing him to wear it. It feels so fucking good, dude, because he has to wear the hard helmet. It's the hard, and now he can go out and purchase himself another hard helmet.
I was going to ask. So I supply, whenever we're cutting down trees or anything that we need hard hats, I'll supply the workers with hard hats. Yeah. But I got a couple guys that rather wear their own. So obviously they get their own and stuff like that. So if he were to get a helmet with the skull and a whole purple helmet, would you allow it on the work site? You kind of have to, right?
I would make sure that bitch would be covered in mud all day long.
A lot of
down in the trenches.
Yes. Yeah. There are techniques of hazing people. I'm not a hazing type or whatever, but it felt good. I'm not gonna lie. To have that power to force somebody to you got to wear this, and it's part of our protocol. It felt fucking good.
So you can't get any HR complaint on you, right?
No, because
he's just looking out for his employee.
Exactly.
Safety first.
Yes.
Making OSHA happy.
Yes. And I technically ordered it before I knew. So so it was.
Wait, can you order me a Bears one? Because I would like a Bears one.
Off the record, yeah.
All right.
You're kind of on the record when you do it on the podcast, Dougie.
We're 5 minutes in. People don't trickle in until later in the show. We're good.
It's a trust tree.
But thank you to everybody listening and watching in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joey, how you doing, man?
I'm good, hermanos. Coming off awesome weekend. We had a lot of fun, some of us on Saturday night. Wish we all could have been together. But we had a pretty good time at the Easy Band concert in Joe's on Weed Street. These guys are phenomenal. They're down from Houston. They cover a bunch of banger songs from all kinds of genres, songs we all grew up with and still love to this day. But they re-image these songs, make them their own in Mexican norteño style. So look them up on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah, they're good, man.
show.
Jason saw them in Elgin. He was with us.
Yeah,
in
was it last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, last summer.
Elgin Fest. Yeah, that was the first time seeing him live. And Peter, you hyped him up a lot, and I was like, all right, this sounds really cool. Like, and they were good.
Yeah.
So, wish we could have went with you guys, but we had the bad timing with the.
No, he doesn't. He was in San Diego. Who are you crapping right now? Oh, I wish I was at Joe's on Weed Street, but I was in sunny San Diego. Oh, shucks.
Palatine, so much better.
Yeah, people thought we were in Palatine after that tweet. I'll explain that maybe later.
Yeah,
but
I thought so too.
I want to ask you guys, what are your top 5? Go around the horn. What are your top 5 concerts y'all been to?
Ooh.
5 is tough.
Yeah.
Julie and I like going to concerts a lot. It's like a date night thing, so we try to get to as many as we can. I mean, immediately. I mean, I've been known to cry for Oasis. That Oasis concert last year was bucket list for me. I almost put that on a different level. Julie got us for one anniversary. We got like VIP to U2 at the United Center, so we were like.
Okay.
Basically side stage to see U2 play in the United Center. And this is when they were still somewhat young. I mean, it was in the 2000s, but they hadn't gone off the deep end and like, older bands, they lose it quickly. So it was still at a good time. So U2 is my number 2. We saw Bleachers at like a VIP it was like an industry thing. It was like for like a concert, or it was a record label show. And Julie's boss got us in. So there was like maybe 200 people to see Bleachers, and they were big at the time. Yeah. So that's my top 3. I don't know if I have top 5. That's a tough call.
Does Ninja Turtles in concert count?
Of course it does.
Ooh, yeah.
Go Ninja.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a little harder for me because most of my like concerts were more like festivals or like DJ sets.
Oh, I would count those though.
Yeah,
dude. Skrillex in the Rain. Me and you.
Yeah, I know.
That was a mandate. Me and you in the rain at Soldier Field for Skrillex. That was a really good show.
That was a really good show. I think just off the top of my head, maybe more recency bias, Rage Against the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
After they got the delay from COVID and everything, they finally got to go on there. That was a good show. Wu-Tang Clan. They did North Coast Fest.
I've never seen. Now I'm jealous. I've never seen Wu-Tang.
I
mean, obviously now you
obviously no ODB.
You're not gonna. It's different now.
So that's not the same. But yeah, Wu-Tang, Skrillex. Yeah, it's a good one, Peter. Just because of the, maybe the music's not, elite, but that the whole like Soldier Field, the vibe, the situation, that makes it kind of like concert I won't forget. I gotta think back at a couple other ones here, but those are the ones like really like stick out off the top of my head. So, Dougie.
So I have 2 that were from the same artist. It was my first ever concert. Garth Brooks at the Rosemont. That was
he's coming back, right?
Yes,
yeah.
he is.
Actually, the number 2 was I got to see him when he did like one of those 20 shows at the Rosemont, like like I don't know, like 6 years ago or 7 years ago. So that's 2 of them. Very surprising, I know. Third one was I got to see the Foo Fighters at the UIC Pavilion when I was in high school, and that was such a killer show. Cypress Hill opened up for him, so that was nice. It was a really good show. Fourth one, the original Family Values tour. It was Korn, Limp Bizkit, Rammstein, Cypress Hill. Yeah, that was a banger of a concert.
That's an all-star show.
Yeah, and then the other one is an all-star show as well. It was the VH1 Rock Fest, and Metallica was headlining, but there were so many crazy bands on that lineup. It was Metallica, Kid Rock, Stone Temple Pilots, Veruca Salt. I know I'm forgetting some, but it was just a whole laundry list of like, I mean, they were filming it for VH1, so it was like all bangers,
Yeah, that's
and it was like 2000, so it was a good time.
Oh, so Dougie, you jogged my memory when you said Garth Brooks, because 2 years ago, George Strait concert. Joey, you were there.
Yes,
but
I was.
But I wasn't there for him. I was there for Chris Stapleton. And the reason why it was memorable for me is because shout out to our boy Vino. He hooked me up with the suite tickets at Soldier Field, which was all inclusive, food and drink. So had the nice skyline view of Stapleton. And then I was like, George Strait, I like some of his songs, but I was more of like, I old man dadded it and they're like, let's beat traffic.
Yeah.
We've done like we go for the openers. That's like a thing, like especially like at bigger venues, right? Like the United Center, Soldier Field. Like you're spending a lot of money to go see an opener, but usually it's somebody that like you're probably only going to see like that time of year, like because they're touring with a bigger act, so like they're going to be gone for like the rest of the year. So sometimes me and Julie like, if we don't see them this year, we're probably not going to see them for the next year or 2 years. So let's go see them as the opener, but we'll stay for the main act unless it's like something really, really bad. But typically we don't do that.
All right, so
Joey,
it's like
unfortunately.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, unfortunately, it's like you can't even do that anymore because the ticket prices have gotten so astronomical. Like
that's a good point.
Right.
We probably haven't done that in like 10 years.
No, I'm just saying. Like the last
You're
time
right.
I did it, it was probably before COVID.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sucks.
to piggyback off Joey's question and flip it, what's like the concert that you like regret not going to? Because I have two, and number one is not seeing Billy Joel at Wrigley Field, and my second one, I think this was 2005-ish. Me and my buddy, we were in Vegas, and Phil Collins was at MGM.
Ooh.
And I was like, dude, let's fucking go. And he's like, I'm not going to go see Phil Collins. Let's go fucking party. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to a concert by myself. So I kind of wish I did nowadays, looking back, never had an opportunity to like go see him before, obviously he had the health, issues and couldn't really perform anymore. But I was like, man, I wish I had that chance 20 years ago to go see Phil Collins. And I bitched out.
I had one so like back in the day I used to be, I still am. I'm friends with like Sherman and Tingle, the guys from The Drive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they're like the morning show back then, right?
Yeah,
Or
morning
like,
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, morning show guys. They used to be on Q101, and back in the day when they were on Q101, Tingle hit me up or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, dude," he goes, "You should come down to the Cubby Bear tonight. There's going to be a good show." And I was just kind of like, I'm tired and everything like that. And he, in all fairness, was inviting me to a lot of concerts. That was the night the Foo Fighters were playing there at the Cubby Bear. Sting, dude, hurt.
The biggest one I regret, and I think I've told the story at least somewhere on a podcast, maybe not this podcast, but I'm a big Tom Petty guy. I've always been the Tom Petty is better than Beatles. That's the whole running stick and everything like that. Right before Julie had our firstborn, so Scarlett, 2017, he played at Wrigley, and Julie was like 8 months pregnant at the time. And we were still doing things like we were, it's good to, get your steps in while you're pregnant and stuff like that. But like, we're like going all the way to Wrigley Field for a concert. I'm like, she's 8 months pregnant. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of, secondhand smoke and things like that. So it's like, you know what, we'll just wait. And then he passed away like 2 months later. So I never, I've been lucky enough to see a lot of my favorite bands. I've been a lot, I always do the, if you got the means, and even if you don't, maybe spend the money, live for the experiences and stuff like that, buy the ticket, if you will. I didn't buy the ticket, and so Tom Petty is the one that's like, damn, we should have tried to make it. But obviously it was for a good reason. Julie was super pregnant.
Yeah.
Joe, you got one?
Yeah, I actually got a couple. The recent one was last year. I've never seen Metallica.
Dude,
one of my favorite rock bands of all time that I've never been able to see.
I've never seen them either. Let's do it. Buy the ticket.
I had tickets.
We got to do it next time.
I had tickets in high school to go see Metallica, and a week before the show, I got chicken pox.
Chicken pox in high school?
Yeah. I never got chicken pox as a kid. Caught him my senior year, and
Dude.
And it was a week before Metallica show, so I missed it fucking because of chicken pox.
My
Are
man,
you sure it wasn't the lettuce in our Taco Bell in the cafeteria?
Just the same, my man. You just had acne.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Since we're on this question, what's the worst concert you've ever seen?
Oh man! All right, so
Let's go
here's
full
something
circle.
because I had this discussion with my buddy. It was actually his birthday a couple days ago, so I saw him when we went out to dinner. Shout out our guy, White Boy Rick, Jason. So I saw him for dinner. We're going to a couple concerts in the fall, and I said I make it a point to not see concerts at Northerly Island, and it's not because of the venue. The venue is beautiful. You know, you're right on the lake. There, you got the skyline. Like a Chicago summers cannot be beat. But typically, I find that the crowds at Northerly Island stink out loud. It's like finance bros. It's people coming off after work, just, you know, like. So I saw two of my favorite bands ever. So it's Dashboard Confessional and Third Eye Blind. I love Third Eye Blind. I love that first. I mean, I like their first 3 albums, but Dashboard I've seen a million times. The crowd was so bad. Me and Julie thought about leaving. Like, I was like, and it's no fault of their own. It was no fault of like, and it was general admission. So like we moved different places, and that crowd was so bad. I'm like this stinks. So that's by far the worst concert I've ever been to.
Damn. I don't think I have one off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to dig deep in the archives here because I've seen a lot of bad DJ sets.
Yeah, you're an adult. You had shingles like Tony La Russa. You didn't have chicken pox.
They get worse when the older you get.
I hear
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. By far, worst concert that I ever saw. I was in high school. I was very excited about it because it was like that hype time. I went to the B96 Jingle Bash. Afro Man.
Oh man, that's
Before
the
he got
Jersey's
high?
guy.
Before
Brother.
you got high?
Worst fucking show ever. Me and Mary still talk about it. Worst. And he was a headliner. Like Nelly opened for him. Nelly killed it, you know, everything like that. And then
Nelly opening for Afro Man?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
That's a hard decline right there.
Yeah.
See, that goes back to our conversation. Go for the opener.
Go for the opener, yeah.
But also too, you know, like when it comes to like those like type of like radio station things, it's who's ever the hottest song right now. And
there's no rhyme or reason. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the hottest song too. And also, you know, they pay them to only play X amount of songs. It isn't, you know, like a full concert. So they just fit them in where they can get them in. You know what I'm saying? So like you'll get like semi who should be a headliner in early because they have another show to get to like later, you know, like, but yeah, Afro Man was by far the worst concert.
Let's get to these super chats.
Yes. Yeah, we got a couple 2-3 from the boys. Pedro, more drinking to help with the thinking.
More drinking does help with the thinking. I've been a long proponent that a little bit of thinking juice goes a long way.
I need a couple days off from the drinking.
We got a bigger one from Pedro.
Yeah, super sticker, but StreamYard sucks. Can't see what the sticker says. So thank you for the super sticker. And then
I think stickers are just stickers.
And then our boy Gordo, I'm here for sober Joey P.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I got some bad news for you, Gordo.
I'm afraid I've
got some bad news. It's Manuscrito Monday.
You know what I'm going to do right now, Jay? I'm going to cover up something. This is a little tease. I'm going to drink a little something that we could announce later in the show.
Oh, clip that. Somebody take a picture of that.
Son of a bitch. I didn't think of that.
But yeah, I'm taking a couple days off. I just got back from San Diego. I got some bums at the end of the show for that. But it was overall good trip. Me and the wife went for my birthday, did a little getaway, 4 days in the sun. Great time in San Diego. Go.
Question, and this is not a gotcha moment because you go to San Diego quite often. Like you go to San Diego, like I go to like Shoe Carnival or foot action or something.
Shoe Carnival.
I don't know why I said Shoe Carnival. I should have said Foot Locker or something. How many times have you been to San Diego? I've only been there once, and I always say I got to get back, and I just haven't. How many times have you been to San Diego?
This was my 4th time going.
Okay, I thought it was more than that actually.
Yeah, 4th time going, but yeah, it's you mix in some of like the favorite spots with the new spots. I finally got to go to one of my bucket list items, which was Stone World Bistro and Gardens in Escondido, which is just a gorgeous property, big giant beer garden, and you just get beers on tap that you can't get. I even brought a nice little growler home, so if you boys want to come over and we'll do a cold IPA, from Stone, and I got a couple. We got some cans from Ballast Point, from a super lager. I got some beers for you boys to try. So
say less.
but yeah, no, it was a good trip. Just a lot of good restaurants, a lot of good beers, a lot of good cocktails. So that's why me and Dougie were having a little cockfight later.
Yes.
I went to a couple top ranked cocktail bars, and Dougie has his cruise drinks. So
Cruise cacks.
yep. So
So
we're gonna do that.
So this is like almost like you don't judge the art or don't judge the artist, judge the art or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I really am intrigued to see, like, is it the cocktail bar or the bartender? Because Dougie's been hyping up his Caribbean bartender, saying like he won awards and different things. And now Jason, you've always been the guy that goes to like the top rated bars. So I'm just excited to see, like, is it one or the other or both? We'll see.
Yeah.
Could be a little bit of both.
And just to give you guys a basis behind this whole thing, how this all started was me and Jason were talking about our drinks and stuff like that. And we were just kind of like, we didn't have any bad drinks. Like, so like the bit of like half chub, full chub, no chub, it's like, you can't go all chub. So it's like, if we're all chub, gotta have a fucking chub off, so
Chub off. Yeah. I mean, we've gone a long way. We got to talk to Frank Thomas. I kind of want a new Gen X sponsorship at least. We're there. We're of the age. Maybe a Blue Chew, whatever you want to do it. But somebody's got to be sponsoring these cocktails. I was gonna say
right.
but the cocktails.
All right. Yep. That's gonna be for the second half of the show. But I think it's time to talk some White Sox baseball, presented by our friends at JP Graziano and TasteRealChicago.com. Visit them online today, right now, after the show. Get yourself some beef kits, some muffaletta, jardiniere seasonings, all the good stuff for your summer barbecue. Summer is winding down, so make sure you get your stuff today. They'll still be there for the winter time too, when you need them crock-pot beefs in the winter. So stock up now.
Crock-pot beefs, but I'm a big soup and sandwich guy in the wintertime. Fall and winter, a good sandwich, a good soup goes a long way. So that's a good, pick up a couple 2-3 Mr. G's, and that's a good lunch.
Yeah. So MLB trade deadline was today. Sox made a flurry of moves. Fury? I don't know what the right terminology is, but they made a bunch of moves. The one thing I wanted to start with, and this is kind of just me old man at cloud thing, was MLB Network decided for some reason to put Rick Hahn as their expert as a GM. I think a lot of Sox fans, we got PTSD from listening to him talk, and do his lawyer speak and break down a trade for what you would offer for Scooble. What's your pitch? And, what do you think of these White Sox moves? And it was very infuriating. And I just kind of want to, before we deep dive into the White Sox talk here, sports question for you guys. Who are the old Chicago executives, coaches, players that you don't ever want to hear from for the rest of your life when it comes to opinion on current Chicago?
All of them.
Yeah.
There's not one I want to hear. And this goes for, I lied. Executives, all of them. If it's sometimes former players are the ones that get on my nerve.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Tom Waddle. We talked about him last week. I am a big Tom Waddle guy. But all former players, all former executives, unless it's Ozzie Guillen or Tom Waddle, get out of here. I don't care what you have to say.
I don't want to listen to Stan Bowman ever again.
Yeah. There's a very small list, and kind of surprisingly, one guy that I would like to hear more of, and you really kind of don't. I'd like to hear more from Theo Epstein. I'd like to hear more from him.
That's actually a great answer, Dougie, because you're right. He is someone that has done it at every level. And his opinion kind of carries a little bit of weight. But you're right. He doesn't really, get out there all too much. But yeah, that's a great answer.
Yeah. For me, it's obviously Rick Hahn on MLB Network. I don't know what they were thinking hiring him. Just when you look at his record as a GM, 2 failed rebuilds, and you're like, what the fuck? And I think the other guy for me is Dave Wannstedt.
Oh, dude.
You know, like during football season, he's always on like in the mornings with the score. You had one of the worst fucking teams, like eras of Bears history with Dave Wannstedt. Shitty offenses, no quarterbacks. You know, I don't ever want to hear what Dave Wannstedt has to say about the Bears and about Caleb Williams and what he needs to do to improve. Fuck you, Wannstedt. You didn't make any quarterback. You had Cade fucking McNown and you couldn't do anything with him. You know, they had no one. So don't fucking tell me about what Caleb Williams, what the Bears need to do when you ran shitty fucking teams in the 90s.
I will say, and not to defend Wannstedt, because you're right, he's an idiot. But at least he has personality. Like he's just dumb enough to make it entertaining.
I think it has a lot to do too with like he fits like the Chicago Bill. He's got the mustache, the kind of the accent. You know what I'm saying? Like
his is like a Pittsburgh accent, isn't it?
It's
like,
a Pittsburgh accent.
It's almost like the fake McAfee accent, a bot or something like that.
Right. It's just definitive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's a key character. You know?
Yeah. The other guy, like he's had a job for life in this city, and I don't understand why. And it's not necessarily like he's a nice enough guy, but Jim Miller. What did Jim Miller do as a Bear? Like that like he's got a job for life. But that's how bad the quarterback play is in this city. That like Jim Miller is like our talking head when it comes to Bears quarterbacks.
And every time you see Jim Miller, he gets more and more less recognizable. Like he just, dude.
It happens to the best of us, Dougie.
Yeah, I know. He just looks like he was fucking, allergic to bees and got stung by a few. That's all.
Pedro says, didn't Dave get the Bears to the playoffs in '95? Yeah. Then what happened?
Yeah.
They got fucking railroaded by the Niners.
Oh man, that game. I think I have PTSD from that game. I was like 12 years old, really excited about Bears playoffs, and bad. That was bad.
Weirdly enough, funny story about that game. Like that was my first like real upset stomach. Like that I remember as a kid, like Tum Tums. Like
the bubble guts.
John Madden used to have the like shake and bake buffalo wings. I don't know if you guys remember those.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, like we gotta have it for the game. Gotta have it for the game. Gotta have it for the game. We had it for the game. It was too spicy for the little Dougie back then, and it was not a good scene.
But yeah, no, Rick Hahn. There's no reason for him to be on TV. But who was Southside JT had a good point though. Like all good GMs are employed. MLB Network only gets the unemployed GMs.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to look real quick. What that game was. I got to look it up real quick, but what the final score was of that. But yeah, it was bad.
The Niners game?
Yeah.
Oh my God. In my head, like obviously it's years ago, but in my head it's something like 45-3. Like I just remember it being an ass whooping.
It wasn't, and Jerry Angelo didn't get any blame back in those days.
No, he got promoted.
Yeah, Jerry Angelo's another guy I don't want to hear about.
It was 44-15.
Oh,
not too far off, but yeah.
Probably all garbage points.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to some White Sox talk, guys, because it is, like I said, it is MLB trade deadline day, and we did make a good amount of moves, right? So let's break it down right here, guys. Let's go in chronological order here. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. This one happened Saturday night. Sox received Luis Castillo for addition by subtraction, with getting rid of Sir Anthony Dominguez, Boston Smith, and Nolan Jones. And we can break down this trade. The one thing I want to say, and which kind of makes me like give Getz credit, is you can tell right now that like he's willing to part with his mistakes early. Like,
oh yeah,
he was realizing that Dominguez is not the answer. I got to cut bait. This Rick Hahn and Kenny Williams, they would hold on to these guys forever, and try to make it work. Well, we just got to get them back to form, to their old self. He was a failed closer, blown some saves, demoted him. He wasn't the guy that they wanted. They realized they're paying it, and he cut bait. And I have to give Getz a lot of credit for that, because just the fact that you realize that, like, yeah, that was a bad move. Move on. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But Luis Castillo coming over and from Seattle, and people can say, like, what's he good? What kind of pitcher he's going to be? Is a change of scenery. Got to get him back to his old form. He's got a over 5 ERA right now, but they're trying to get him back to that mid threes, sub 3 that he had like 5 years ago. So let's just break it down. What do you guys think of this 3-for-1 deal for Luis Castillo?
All the way in. This is exactly like something that Chris Getz should be doing. I saw people complaining, and we could talk about like what the rest of the Major League Baseball did. The White Sox have never been the Dodgers. The White Sox have never been, unfortunately, the Cubs or something like that. This is how a team like the White Sox and a GM like Chris Getz gets better. It's almost addition by subtraction with Sir Anthony Dominguez. Like we saw it. I gave him the benefit of the doubt a bunch more times. I think I was the least harsh on Sir Anthony of the group, and even then, there's no defending. He was just bad on the White Sox. He was good last year in the playoffs. He was good for the last couple years. He was just not good with us. And like you mentioned, Jay, they got rid of him. So that's good, just because we don't have to see him pitch anymore. Whether it's low leverage, high leverage, wherever in between, good. We don't see him pitch. And the one thing I was screaming about yesterday or last week was starting pitching and just eat innings. Even if he doesn't get to the form he had in Cincinnati, like he can eat innings. Or no, he was bad because he was bad in Seattle. But he could eat innings. And if you tell me that Luis Castillo now bumps Noah Schultz or Fetty, a little bit from 4 and 5 to now 5 in bullpen, or however you manage this situation, it's good. And he's probably going to start at most 10 games for the White Sox, or like regular season games. Like, yeah, it's good. I'm okay with it. The thing that was pissing me off, and this goes for all of the trades. I know you got graphics for all of them, Jason. People up in arms about Boston Smith. Like, unless you're Ian Eskridge or the guys from Future Sox, don't give me. I don't want to hear about your opinion on Boston Smith. The good thing about what Chris Getz did, and I've got the list, and we could go about him however you want to go about him, Jay, but none of the people that he traded within the last 7 days, because you didn't talk about the Jose Urquidy trade, which was like right after the BumCast last week, or it was like a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah.
But of all the trades within the last 7 days, none of your guys were on the straw report, the big-ass straw report.
Yeah.
So that's how I gauge the trade deadline. Is like nobody until Edgar Caro and Kyle Teal both went to shit. One playing, one injury. None of us knew who Boston Smith was. We were still talking about Corey Lee and Reese McGuire and a bunch of other guys. So don't give me that Boston Smith and everything like that. Like, we just don't know. It's a coin flip. All of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was completely shocked by this trade. Didn't see it coming, to be honest with you. The day that Jerry gives cash considerations to another team, I was floored. I was absolutely floored. Normally, we're the ones taking the cash in, not giving it away. That was unbelievable for me.
Conditional cash consideration. So it's actually Cole's cash, Dougie.
No, it's probably the Comiskey cash.
It's a gift card.
Right. No, you know what? I'm at this point right now with especially MLB trades in general. I don't get too excited or too thrown away by it, because a lot of this stuff is a change of scenery, and a change of scenery can do a lot for a person. So like I just wait and see when it comes to these types of trades, because in the past I've gotten excited about trades that have happened, not recently, but like a long time ago. I would get excited about something, and then the person comes here and it's a total wet fart. So I'm gonna just taper my expectations, see how things play out, and then I'm gonna play the devil's advocate later on and be like, hey, you know what? That was a shit trade later. But for now, I'm cool with it. Let's plug some holes. That's what it's all about.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Plug some holes, Dougie.
I was pleasantly surprised when this trade news hit. We were at that concert, Peter, Saturday night when we were talking about it, and I'm just pleasantly surprised when it happened, because I had said last week I wanted the Sox to trade for somebody that can either be a SP2, SP3. And I turned to you, Peter. I'm like, did I get what I asked for? I don't know here, but I'm just like you just said, Dougie. I'm gonna be optimistic about it, because the change of scenery for a guy like this, where I'm just hoping he doesn't have too much pressure on himself to try to come right out the gates and try to go 5-6 innings and have a 5-1 walk ratio and all that stuff. But I just want to make sure that everybody tempers their expectations on this guy. Hopefully he's going to round out the rotation, get some of the relief off of Burke, Noah Schultz, who had a good game over the weekend, for example. And when it comes to, as you had said, aforementioned, Peter, now you've pushed guys out of the rotation and Fetty, right, to the bullpen.
I think Schultz, there are. I mean, if you're asking me today who should move to the bullpen, it's probably Noah Schultz and not Eric Fetty, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right. But we have the opportunity now in these next couple of series to see how Venable's going to use his bullpen. And if somebody has a short leash on them, or if he's still going to end up using the opener route for a game or two.
He is Jordan Hicks, right?
Yeah, he was great as an opener. 8 pitches, 3 outs.
He was. So, yeah, I mean, we just got to give this a chance. I'm content with it. No move couldn't have been an option, so I'm glad that Getz made some moves here. They're not world beaters. They're not like huge blockbuster Dodger moves or Braves moves, Red Sox moves, but at least he did something. And I agree with you also, Jay. He did not do what the Chicago Bulls, AK, did and just hold on to Patrick Williams for 4+ seasons, because he didn't want to own it that he messed up at that number 4 pick with the Chicago Bulls. So kudos to Getz.
Well, right as I'm speaking, I am wrong.
Yeah, I saw that note.
Yeah, Reezy's in here. Fetty, yeah, I saw Fetty was moved to the. They announced that he was moved to the pen, and then obviously with the other trades, Carroll got moved, got sent down.
Yeah.
But I think so. Boston Smith, he was their number 15 ranked prospect, and I think people were kind of. I think what put people up in arms was that he's a catcher. He's 23 years old, and he moved up. From Kannapolis, from low A to double A this year, and each level that he jumped, he got progressively better. He hit 14 home runs in Winston-Salem, and then he had shorter stint, obviously, before he got traded in Birmingham, but he already had 8 home runs with 18 RBIs. So, I could see why people were upset that, like, hey, this guy could be a guy, he's hitting 306 in Birmingham, Carroll and Romo aren't hitting. So I could see why the optics, if you're looking at who's a top catcher on the Sox, top 30 list, why you would be like, oh man, maybe Sox shouldn't give this guy. But Castillo's still controlled. They're going to have him for potentially 2 years after this. Now, who knows with the lockout, but I guess that goes back to what Chris Getz said. He wanted controllable starting pitchers. Let's get him fixed. Let's do the Coop will fix him, mantra. We saw in the comments earlier, but I think I trust them to develop, their players now. And sometimes it is just a change of scenery. Sometimes it's just like hey, let's push it. Like, we got a playoff push. I'm gonna, focus. I'm not gonna, Lou Bob it, where maybe he was Lou Bobbing it. I'm coining a term there. When you're phoning it in.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's also like I saw people saying like unhappy with the 5 different moves that they made and saying like if the White Sox don't make the playoffs or if they don't win the division, this is on Chris Getz. Chris Getz is a big reason why they're in this position and we're in first place after the All-Star break.
They're
and
way ahead of schedule.
Like,
so
I don't understand, and I get it, right? It's the same thing we complain about White Sox Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook, and all the different places. But the fact that they're a year ahead of schedule, and we keep saying about don't mortgage the future, don't. And I understand that you want to win now, and you never know what could happen, and lightning in a bottle, and like if you have the means to do it, do it. But like, yeah, it's okay if like he made moves that think like right now the White Sox are better today than they were a week ago when we talked about the White Sox. Right. That's unequivocally like they're better just by losing Sir Anthony Dominguez and upgrading your catcher, whatever it is, So it's like, okay, they're better now and they're in first place. It's okay. The sky is not falling. This will be okay. Like, how many times have us, Jason, we've known each other forever. Like, how many times have the White Sox been in first place or close to second place or third or like contending and just stand pat at the deadline? Like those are the times where we should, so those are the times where we should be mad and upset and like you sit on your hands and they don't do anything and then you run out of gas and it's like, missed the playoffs again. He's doing something. I commend that.
Or you try to get Manny Ramirez or Ken Griffey Jr.
Kevin Youkilis.
It's just hard for me to be upset about any of these moves just because it's like, dude, this is like how people mention it's found money, and he's still trying to do something to make this team better. And I think he did.
Yeah. So
I was just gonna say that's what's even more infuriating about them talking to Rick Hahn about shit is like he did nothing. Like you're gonna ask an opinion for a guy that like went and got a fucking cup of coffee, like.
So what would you do, Rick, in this scenario?
Golf.
Probably nothing.
Golf
I like
at the
team
deadline.
Currently as it is, and if we play up to our levels, we're probably going to be a postseason contending team. But we got to get our eyes healthy and back to their levels.
Yeah.
That's
more word salad.
I'm a big Mel Gibson guy. This is where we hold them.
All right, let's get to the next move here. Huascar Brazoban.
Yes, you did it. I've been excited about this pronunciation since I heard the news. I'm like, Jason, you killed it. It could have gone sideways very quickly.
I could have said like Huascar. We got him from the Mets, 36 years old, for Gabe Davis and Zach Franklin. I was looking up here. Gabe Davis, he was the number 18th prospect in the system. So again, no one from the top 10 as of right now, but that changed, with Mason Adams. But this guy, obviously, Peter, I think you were excited about this. He's having a pretty damn good season right now, but he's almost 50-50 with the walks. So, he's got 49, I'm looking at it right here, 49 strikeouts to 23 walks. So if we got pissed off about Sir Anthony Dominguez walking people and Grant Taylor walking people, we might have to temper our expectations. But he's getting guys out, I guess that's kind of what matters, right? Now, is age going to catch up to him? Being what he is, we'll find out. I guess I read that they got him he's under control for 3 more years.
His 3 ARB years, I think.
Yeah. So who knows? Is he first off? No, he's Dominican. I was gonna say if he was Cuban, he might actually be like 40.
47-year-old Huascar Brazoban.
Yeah.
No, this is
a good bullpen piece,
dude. The 3 things we talked about last week was starting pitching, bullpen, catcher. Like that's what it was ad nauseum. Every podcast, every White Sox Twitter follower, everyone was talking starting pitching, bullpen, catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just talked about the starting pitching. Now we're talking bullpen. This is better. Their bullpen is better today than they were last week. I don't care about the 36 years old. Like who? I barely care about next year because we don't know if there's going to be a next year. Somebody asked us about tailgates, and I'm like, we might have our first tailgate in July next year. Who knows? Like, who knows? So it's like, yeah, worry about the future in the future. For now, Huascar Brozovan makes this team better, and he probably makes them better, in a pennant race, and hopefully, knock on wood, and I'm counting on playoffs,
Oh my God. I just got really excited. Jason, could you imagine if like the opening day tailgate is our birthday?
Oh, fuck.
It'd be like worlds colliding.
That'd be dangerous. That would be
Oh,
dangerous.
I hope not, though.
No. We want a full season.
Yeah.
Joey, any thoughts?
Well, Peter knocked it out the park with his thoughts.
Mhm.
This guy is going to come into this bullpen, and he's going to improve the bullpen war, so to speak. He's going to come in this room and right now already come in with an established ERA. He's already done some pretty good things this year, like you guys have already said, for the Mets. So, I mean, it's just a great addition. Great addition to the bullpen. Hopefully he keeps the walks down, and not afraid about age. Age ain't nothing but a number. So we're going to watch this guy perform pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he has got a 2.56 ERA currently, and he's got a 1.66 batting average against. So, I mean, obviously, it's what we need, right? We needed like Dominguez, Tony. He wasn't cutting it. You got some other pieces that ups and downs, but the bullpen's been pretty solid, right? But you can't keep on relying on the same guys all the time. The Hudsons, the Taylor, now Hicks. And if you have Hicks as an opener now to help out these guys, then you need another person to replace Hicks, right? Or the other guy who's going to be opening. So Brazoban, yeah, this is a good move by Getz to help balance out between the opener, if they still go on that route, and the back end of the bullpen. All right.
Definitely.
Let's get to next one here. This one kind of confused some Sox fans with the trade with the Rockies. Brenton Doyle for Mason Adams and Carlos Velma. Mason Adams was number 8 pitching prospect in the system. Potentially could be a future guy in the rotation, but this one is kind of confused with that. They did DFA Pereira today, so that kind of cleared up the spot. But you still have Tristan Peters as your all-star center fielder, right? Yeah. You got Braden Montgomery, and you got Antonacci in left. I think that's pretty solid there. You don't know what you're getting yet with Austin Hayes. You got Grishik still. Maybe Grishik gets DFA'd, but I think if you're going to use him as a late inning replacement, defensive replacement, for Tristan Peters, which his defense isn't horrible by any means.
Tristan Peters' defense is better than his offense right now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not his defense isn't horrible by any means, but like to give up like a top 10 prospect for like a 4th, 5th outfielder, I thought this was going to be a precursor to another move. It didn't really happen, but like maybe Getz had something cooking and it fell through. It felt like there was something else happening to make this move, and because on the surface, this is confusing for me.
That's exactly what I thought too, Jason. And I was busy as shit at work, but I was trying to follow along. Like, every hour or so, I would just pop on Twitter and see what happened. And when I saw this, immediately I'm like, oh, something else is gonna happen. And yeah, like you mentioned, a lot of people talked about maybe Grishik getting moved, or I thought there was something else, or like strike while the iron is hot and trade Peters for something better. I thought there was a chance Tristan Peters got traded today. But maybe things fell through or something else, and that happens sometimes. But if you're telling me right now, like, worst case scenario, Brenton Doyle is like, it's good to have depth in the outfield,
Yeah.
So it's I'm still fine with it, even though, like you said, Jason, it was, of the moves they made, this is the one you could probably, put a question mark on and be like, it's a little interesting.
I mean, I was going to say Doyle, he's a little bit, I read up on him. He's a Gold Glover. Is that right?
Good defense.
He's a good defensive replacement. I mean, so if Getz his mindset coming from Kansas City, he's very defensive and minded when it comes to building a roster. So that's why I don't have a problem with this at all. Yeah, I got a logjam in the outfield, but we were complaining we didn't have enough outfielders before the season started. And so now it's like we're going down the like Jason reading the White Sox Reddit again. They were finding ways to complain about. I'm good with the guy.
I looked at Reddit today.
Why?
Because I am a sicko, man. You know,
bad.
Oh,
there was
we got to do like the shame bell.
Shame bell.
Jason's on Reddit. Shame.
There was.
Oh my
I
God.
shit you not. There was a. Why didn't we just stick with Corey Lee post?
Shame.
He
Shame.
sucks. Because he sucks,
Shame.
guys. Can we stop with the Corey Lee truthers? They need to. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So obviously, you know, he's like Doyle's not hitting. You know, he's at a world beater right now. Is hitting 214. He's got a sub-3 on base. Only a 569 OPS. So obviously, you know, he's not going to be tearing the cover off the ball by any means. But you know, I guess if you need that, if he can, do you really want to swap him for maybe Antonacci? If Antonacci goes in the infield, then you're putting him in left field. I don't know how versatile he is with his outfield positions, but that could be what they were thinking for this. But yeah, on the surface, though, I feel like this was just hey, we tried to get someone and it didn't really happen. So
Depth. I'm okay with depth.
That you need depth, but you know, especially like you don't know what you're getting with like with Austin Hayes. Is he coming back? But
I also like we mentioned before, Jason, and I know people were high on Mason Adams. I don't give a fuck about any of these prospects.
Yeah. Yeah. So just for reference,
we've been burned too many times, right, Peter?
Mason Adams on the season, he started 7 games. He had a 4.25 ERA. So I'm in a 236 batting average against 1.31 WHIP. So I mean, you know, he wasn't tearing throwing gas like, yeah, there you go, Pete. There you go, thank Dougie. So it wasn't like he was on the cusp of being called up. He's not like in your Tanner McDougal, Hagen Smith, you know, category like that.
He was not on the straw report.
Honestly, he was not on the straw report, you know. And you know, we can talk about, you know, like in the future who we think is going to be the next round of call-ups. You know, obviously I think it's McDougal,
Hagen Smith, McDougal, both.
Hagen, yeah, and then
give me both of them.
I don't know how, you know, maybe when the rosters expand, Shane Smith, you know, gets another chance, but he's you know,
I saw his stat line.
His numbers are not good. Past 30 days, he's got a +5 ERA. Past 7 days, +9 ERA. So, yeah, not.
Isn't it crazy how like beginning of the season we were talking about like this would be the time when we start getting our call ups because we're trading away like key pieces and shit like that, you know, to make room, and we're just all like, hey, this is going to be the time when this guy gets called up. This is going to be the time when this guy gets called up. Now it's like we're fucking full steam ahead, baby. We're trying to win a division.
But like, I mean, you could say what you will about Pereira. He was streaky, but like he had a little bit of pop to his bat. Like he had some power. Mm-hmm. Like the White Sox are at a point where like we used to joke that the 40-man roster was actually like a 34-man roster, 35-man roster. Now you have to make some actual decisions because like they're actually signing and finding and doing enough to where it's like, oh, the 40-man roster they're all productive. I mean, to an extent, but it's like it's a good problem to have. I'll tell you that much.
Sure. Like every one of our trades had a lot of extra meat on the other side, you know?
Yeah. So after the Doyle trade, you know, there was rumors, especially from Boob, that the Sox were done. Then it was kind of like, oh man, is Getz going to try to get Detmers? You know, obviously some of the other big name pitchers were already moved earlier in the day. And Adley was already moved to Boston, but Boston made a great set of moves to keep up with the Yankees and the Rays. But Boston, we did get our catcher.
Boston has been nasty ever since they played us. I think Credit Chris Getz. Credit Chris Getz fixed the White Sox and he fixed the Red Sox by osmosis somehow. Because ever since they whooped our ass, they've been lights out. We're taking credit for the Red Sox and the White Sox.
Yeah.
Suck it, Carabas.
So this was a good move by, I think, with Getz. We got Joey Bart from the Braves for recently DFA Duncan Davitt. So he was just up and then he was down and then he was out and then they got him the trade. So we got a catcher. Now, obviously, this wasn't what you really wanted to do. You know, you were kind of hoping that Teal was going to be here every day and then you could just get by with, you know, Romo or Carroll. But Carroll's back down now. Joey Bart, you know, again, not hitting the cover off the ball, you know, 226, 303, 680 slash line.
Better than Carroll.
Yeah, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. So I mean, but you're basically getting a solid defensive catcher for basically a guy who we're cutting loose with anyway. So
now question, and this is something that I didn't talk to you guys pre-show about, so I don't want to this is not we didn't really research it, but gun to head, are you done with the Edgar Carroll experiment? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not. I think I saw enough last year to something this year. Maybe he wasn't ready for the spotlight. A lot of players said oh, maybe, he's hurt. There's something else there. I'm just not sure. I don't know. I don't have a right or wrong answer, and I don't think there is a right or wrong answer. But my gut tells me I'm not ready to quit Edgar Carroll just yet.
I'm not either, but he needs to. He might need to go do the Colson Montgomery route at this point. You know,
Arizona ball.
Yeah, because he needs to go down the AAA and just hit 500, 400, right? Yeah. For an extended period of time, because that's how I'll know then that he's ready that he's fixed whatever is bugging him. But yeah, I'm not ready to give up on him yet, but this is it's the light is starting to dim.
What's scary is not necessarily the bat, but he has been atrocious defensively too. Mm-hmm. So it's he needs
challenges.
Full reset.
Yeah. How Cuero got his how we get his groove back. That's what we need. Yeah. No, I'm done with him. I'm good with it. I'm on the Chris Getz cut bait. We're done with it. I'm good with it. If I don't see him again, I'm fine.
All right. So now this is something that almost like a PSA to the rest of the White Sox fans, because less than 6 months ago, Edgar Carroll seemed untradeable. Yeah. They're do they trade Teal or Carroll or one of the two? And everyone's no, you can't do it. You can't do it. This is how fickle the Major League Baseball is. That's what I'm saying. Don't worry about, Duncan Davitt, Mason Adams, or Gabe Davis, any of these guys. It's a fickle league. It's exactly. What have you done for me lately? And the guys that Chris Getz picked up, I feel are going to be much more of the done for me lately than some prospects. But yeah, it's tough for Edgar Carroll. I will agree.
I wonder if he goes down for the AAA and he starts doing the major league thing. He starts reading the Playboy magazines with cup sizes and stuff like that. And he starts repeating the cup sizes. Maybe he'll play better.
Rube from the movie.
Yeah, Rube. Yeah.
No, I'm definitely still on Carroll. I'm not going to give up on our guy yet. I think that we all had higher expectations for him at the beginning of the season. And then with Teal getting hurt early on, I think he's basically burned out. He burned out himself playing early. So much early on this season. Mm-hmm. And I think he really, really just needs some rest. I think he's done for this year. Honestly, I don't see him coming out of this rut he's in for the remainder of the season. Sad to say. He's just burned out. He needs to take off, like you guys said a minute ago. He needs a reset. Just go on a cruise with you, Dougie, for about 7 days or something and chill.
He would
with
never
award-winning bartenders.
Or go to San Diego with HBIC.
Exactly. Or go to San Diego with HBIC. He needs a total reset. He needs to let his body rest, heal, start an off-season program, and then come back refreshed, ready to go next season after the lockout.
No, so
Extended rest.
Get it? Because
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Wait.
real quick for you guys here. I'm getting it together right now.
I'm excited. I don't know what he's doing, but
Yeah, I
this
don't
is
know.
exciting.
So after the trades today, here. Oh, that's
Close.
there we go. Here's the Sox top 12. This is basically what I snipped real quick from MLB. But Caleb Bottomer still number 1, Hagen Smith 2, Billy Carlson 3, Tanner McDougal 4, who might be coming up pretty soon as well. Jaden Falsky, William Bergola, David Sandlin, who's touched the majors a few times. Javier Mangolan, haven't heard that one before, but he's number 8 now.
He's out because Chalowski's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's
that's
Chalowski?
this was updated, but I guess they didn't put Chalowski on here, but it should be number 1. So
none of the rookies, because I would argue probably Tommy is top.
They have like
15
the pipeline has it, but this was from MLB. Kyle Lodisi, George Walco, Blake Larson, and Matthias Lacombe. So that's your new top 12 and you'll have Rock and Tommy in there and some of the other guys. But with the trades today, this is what they have based on the trades for today. So
also, did I say Jacob Tomey and not Landon Tomey?
You might have. That's the Twitter personality, Jacob Tomey.
Yeah.
Congrats, future Sox.
That's hot takes and heaters. They got a good one. My bad.
Yep. So again, we didn't give up any of our top guys so far. So
good.
You kind of have to, you save that for when you're on the cusp, right? When your Sox are a year away, and I can understand why maybe Getz didn't want to go all in for a rental and give up a top guy when there's possibility for the lockout. You're ahead of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very vast uncertainty. The Cubs today gave up their top prospect in the system for a guy for Holmes, who has a player option after the season.
Yeah.
So there's probably no chance he's coming back, opting into the Cubs. He's going to get that bag, in free agency. But
I'm sure the Cubs will give it to him. They've done it many times before.
No, it's a player option.
I'm joking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I meant pay him.
Oh, well, yeah, but
make an offer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. But he's going to be there. I would obviously test the waters too, and not just be like, yeah, I'm going to take my player option for $14 million or whatever it is. But the Cubs obviously are going all in for it right now, right? I feel like Getz is kind of like, if we get there, we make a deep playoff run. That's a good experience for the guys. It's happy accident. We're ahead of schedule. You wait what happens with the buyout, and then 27, 28, right? If you're there, right, you're pushing, and then you feel like, I need that top prospect guy. I need that top bat. That's when you could be like, let's think about a Bonnemer, a Carlson, someone like that, to really get you over the top, like what the Dodgers do, what the Phillies do. They trade to get they trade their top guys to get those products. But the Sox just aren't there yet. And I think this is just kind of like a balance for what this team is right now, and also looking towards the future.
Yeah, I think, like we mentioned, right, they're way ahead of schedule. Nobody expected them to be leading the division, in August. We're talking, we're gonna get some real meaningful games, and we haven't had meaningful games past May for the last 3 seasons, and now we're talking about August, September, meaningful baseball on the south side of Chicago. I'm very excited about it, but it also means like I mentioned before, we just don't know how to act when there's real baseball. But no, Jason, what you mentioned, and I think it's something that I've been kind of looking ahead for, and it's something that I want to see if you guys maybe think the same way. Yeah, the Dodgers, the Cubs. I know people were mad at the Brewers for not really doing anything, well, even though they were leading the division and stuff like that. But the White Sox are in a different position right now. Say they start next year, and it's going to be, we all assume there's going to be at least a shortened season, if not like just no season. But like, let's just assume it's a shortened season. It gives me the COVID year vibes for the White Sox. So like, you got a young team, you know,
Blackhawks.
You got a young team. You got a team that like just got a little bit of a taste of the playoffs. Now, if the White Sox start hot in a shortened season, in a season that is basically a sprint, and you got all these young guys that are hungry, next year trade deadline is where you could really do some damage. So it's like that's what kind of I'm like nobody hopes for a lockout, but I'd be interested to see like this team so young with Mooney and Vargas and Montgomery and the pitching staff how it is. I assume they're going to be better next year than this year. Like
You get
they're
Vassell
almost
back.
they're almost made for like a shortened sprint season.
Yeah.
So like even though we hope there's no lockout, I'm almost like, ooh, this could get interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I still have PTSD from that A's series, man, because the White Sox should have won that A's series and moved on to the next round in that shortened, the COVID year. As much as like that entices me to see like if they could just be the faster horse in the shortened season, I still get the heebie-jeebies thinking about that little wild card, whatever it was that we lost.
Yeah. All right. That wraps up our trade talk, but we have two big announcements for you guys. I don't know if you're ready for this. We got some huge news.
Are we ready for this?
We are ready for this.
Right.
We have a new sponsor for us, guys, and we're very excited to have it. Welcome, Sun Cruiser is our new official canned cocktail. I don't want to say it's a seltzer because it's more of the.
It is a canned cocktail.
Yeah. But Sun Cruiser is now officially part of the Bums and Whiskey at Comiskey, so they're going to be a part of the rest of our tailgates and anything that we do going forward. So we want to thank you to our new friends at Sun Cruiser for providing us with all these tasty drinks. Peter, what do you got there in the box?
So I got both boxes. I started with the tea. I'm a big tea guy, so I started with a half and half. Some people would I got the peach here. Yeah. And I also got the raspberry. I don't know if you guys noticed. I was being coy about it and drinking like somebody you mentioned. Somebody's gonna clip it, but no, I don't have to. I don't have to ruin the surprise. We got Sun Cruisers, baby. I've got the lemonades upstairs. So I started with the teas. I love them all. And this is Jason. We talked about this. I don't want to blow smoke up anyone's ass or anything like that. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm not a seltzer guy. I'm not like this type of drink guy. Like I'm usually a Modelo man. I'll have a sip of whiskey every so often. I'll try one of Dougie's weird IPAs or like not the IPAs because I like IPAs and I like all of the craft beers. The stouts. Every so often I'll try the Dougie stouts.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be good in Lot B. Summer in Lot B, maybe a Bears tailgate or a Bears watch party. Big fan.
Yep.
Crispy boy. Yeah, Mary is fond of those as well. The other day after I would finish cutting the grass, I always have the obligatory, beer after cutting the grass or during the grass. I was out of beers. Banged out one of those bad boys. I had the raspberry one. Quite refreshing.
Half and half was good. I'm a big raspberry iced tea whenever there's a fountain.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'll have the raspberry next.
There you go. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Very refreshing.
But yeah, thank you to everybody at Sun Cruiser and once they're like, yeah, we want to be a part of the tailgates and everything else you guys do, and we're like, yeah, okay.
Yep. I sent you guys my like get ready to drink a lot of Sun Cruisers, boys.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yep.
All right, and then our final piece of big news is obviously you guys have known that we've been working with Circa Sports Chicago for a few months now. Circa Sports Illinois. Sorry, my brain.
Vacation brain. It's okay.
But they were big on wanting to do a tailgate for the Pope game next week, the 11th. But obviously a Tuesday afternoon tailgate
Tough.
is very hard to do. People at work, and with the giveaway, there's a lot of people who are not going to want to tailgate. They're going to want to go get the giveaway. They're going to be waiting in line.
Even though everyone gets it, it's an
Yeah.
all-stadium giveaway. People will stand in line.
Yes, people will still think that I need to get mine. Like, you're fine. But it's a sellout game. So we're working with them. They wanted to do something. So we're going to, do something a little different here. Next Tuesday, we're going to be at Cork and Carries with Circa, doing a little pop-up event, doing some giveaways, some activations. We're going to have a lot more details to follow with that. But if you're going to the game on Tuesday, swing by Cork and Carry beforehand, have a couple drinks, come hang out with us and other, everyone else from White Sox Twitter and fans and everything. Obviously, our friends from the 108, they'll be there as well. So, come hang out with us. But we're going to give more details to come for what we're going to be providing as a fun evening, pre and post with Circa at Cork and Carries.
Yeah, so that's the thing I kind of want to mention is, like, obviously, it's a sold-out game. People are excited about the Pope game. People are excited about the Pope hat. If you want to show up pre-game, we're going to be there. If you want to watch the game there, some of us will be there. Some of us will be inside the game, but we will be there. And if you want to show up after the game, we're still going to be there. Mm-hmm. So it's a just come whenever you want. Come pre-game, come during the game, come post-game. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll see the bums there.
Yeah. So more details to come on that for next Tuesday. So thank you to our friends at Circa Sports for putting that all together. So can't wait to party with you guys. And then we missed this kind of earlier. Another Pedro super chat.
Dude,
to be fair, though, 49ers dropped 55 in the Super Bowl. I talked about
that was a
25 minutes.
That was a tough scene. Pedro, I apologize. Pedro's super chats and super stickers come hot and heavy, so we appreciate them.
Yep. So, all right. That wraps up our White Sox talk. We got one thing that we want to mention today, and last week, training camp started. Bears football's back, baby. We are a couple weeks away from first preseason game for the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, football's here, man. Football is here,
right? Football is here. It's just weird because usually the past few years we just kind of been like, Sox are done. We're just going to focus all of our energy on the Bears. Now we got to find this happy balance of Sox and Bears talk.
I had a conversation with Julie about this weekend. We went out to dinner and I was like intently focused on the Rays game. And she's like, she watches baseball when I watch baseball, but she doesn't really focus in. Mm-hmm. And she's like, talk to me about the White Sox. Like, how are they doing? Talk to me about the standings and stuff like that. And then we started talking football. And I was like, we as the Chicago sports bums, we haven't been in the situation where both teams are good at the same time. And I was like, it's going to be a fun, whether it's balance or even if it's I haven't even talked to you guys about this. We might have to do two BumCasts, a Bears BumCast and a White Sox BumCast. What happens when it's Bears game and White Sox playoff game? I'm excited. Yeah. Knock on wood, hope it happens or whatever. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. We've been in misery for so long, since the BumCast started.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that the Bears are relevant. We got training camp started. There's big news, whether it's good or bad. And we're talking relevant baseball too. Look, it's the Paul Rudd meme. Look at us.
It's a great problem to have.
Yeah. We might have to put out one of the CHGO calendars, bumming the bleachers at this time, White Sox talk at this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was been quiet start to training camp, but today all hell broke loose. Bears safety, new signed safety, 3 for the prize of the free agent for the Bears for 3 years. Kobe Bryant expected to miss 8 to 10 weeks due to a hyperextended knee, bone bruise, and small fracture that he suffered in today's practice per sources. No surgery is expected to be needed. Knock on wood. Thanks for that. But after you guys sent Joey, I think you sent it this morning to all of us.
Yeah.
Just that's not the way you want to wake up and see, that news that Kobe Bryant, had to be carted off, looked like a much, much worse. It sounded, because we didn't actually see it, but it sounded like a much, much worse injury than it was. And then Roma Dunze was on with Kay Adams today, which, she's done, trader.
Yeah.
You're
out on Kay Adams for the Packer stuff, right?
Yeah, for the Micah. She traded. She's a traitor against her Chicago roots for trying to be. I'm manifesting Micah Parsons to the Packers, and let's get it done, Packers fans. She turned on her city. She turned on her peoples, her Southside peoples, for the Packers. She's done. She's done. She's dead to me. I thought I said for years she's a national treasure protector. No, done, dead to me. But she was she was on. Her show was at Hallis Hall today. Rome was on there, and he was like, oh yeah, he'll be okay. And everyone's like, oh please, Dr. Rome, like please be right, not just saying it to say it. But we got the word. We got word shortly later, 8 to 10 weeks. I
thought that was ballsy of Roma Dunze to do that.
Yeah.
Knowing that, so the first thing that I saw was Joey's text everyone. I'm like, oh shit. So then I go to my the Bears Twitter list, and Adam Hogue was like, oh, he looked distraught after the fact. So obviously
through his helmet,
yeah. Whenever you he said his words were he was emotional, and whenever the Bears get hurt, obviously at their training facility, there's a far field and a closer field. So even if it's not serious, it's easier just to cart people off. So he's it might not be serious, but it's just easier to cart people off from that side of the field. But the way he was emotional seems to be a problem. So I'm like, oh my God. Immediately I thought done for the year. That's where your mind goes to. And then when Rome put that out there, I'm like, man, this is some fucking balls on Rome to put that out there before the team does.
Yeah.
So yes, obviously 8 to 10 weeks, not ideal, but it could have been a lot worse. The 10 weeks puts you at October 2nd ish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I was looking up right now, Peter. So if you're looking on the short side of things, obviously this happened today, beginning of August. So 6, 7, 8. So 8 weeks would put us at the 22nd, which is basically week 2 against the Vikings. And then 10 weeks would be, potentially the Jets or maybe the Eagles, depending on where you go. But it's going to be interesting to see if they actually put him, because of when this injury happened and the duration of it, is it going to be more, is he going to start the season on the PUP list or not?
Yeah.
So if he starts on the PUP list, that we might be looking towards a more of a end of October return. So I'm very curious what the Bears are going to do here when it comes to that. But yeah, 10 weeks, 10 weeks puts it, right at the beginning of October. So
the two things that and obviously now I'm stealing a line from Tom Waddle, but I'm a few credits shy of my medical degree. But I've had 2 knee surgeries, and knees is something I know, baby. The good thing is, 1, no surgery.
Yeah.
And the small fracture could be it could be a hairline. I'm not even worried about the small. It's more of the hyperextension and the bone bruise. Those bone bruises take forever to heal. It'll swell up on you, whatever it is. But he's young. He's an athlete. He's going to get all the best,
all the
care.
Best.
There's a chance. I honestly think there is a chance it's less than 8 weeks. Obviously, worst case scenario is 10 weeks, October. But I don't think they put him on the PUP list. And this is just me. No info, just gut feeling. He's not on the PUP list.
Yeah. So my 2 takeaways from this whole thing, going back to the Rome thing, I could see where he got his big mouth from with his daddy.
Just sharing news you shouldn't be sharing.
Exactly. So got that. But the second one that was reassuring, and I can't remember who put out the tweet, and it was almost to the same sense of you were saying, Peter, about with them being on the far field, any type of injury, they cart them off the field regardless. Yeah. Somebody threw out the tweet. I seen guys from that field being carted away because they had to use the bathroom. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yes, it does suck or whatever when you see somebody, getting emotional. But also, you got to remember too, these dudes just put the pads on today. Guys, I mean, I played football all 4 years in high school. Pad day is like special because you go through all the bullshit shit with your shorts and the everything like that, and all you have is your helmet on, and you're hitting guys, but you're not hitting guys. That first day when you get it's a big day for football players, man. The juices get flowing as as our great coach Ben Johnson says. Everybody was lubed up today. I don't know why he said that, but everybody's lubed up today. But yeah, dude, it's a very special day. So I could understand where he's coming from. Obviously, signs a big contract. I would say that he's like probably the 4th best Bears player on the team right now.
There's an argument to be made that he's top 3, maybe 2.
Yeah, I'm putting him in 4 just because I got to give my big guys a little love. So you know who I'm.
No, you're right.
About.
Yeah, no, Joe Tooney, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So my whole thing is like, I think that there was just a lot of emotions there, and that's what I kind of took it out of it or whatever was, like he had a lot weighing on his shoulders and shit like that, and I'm sure that like first thing right out of the gates, and on top of that, dude, like who wants to get injured against Cole Kmet? Nobody. It's just a bad look. Brick hands, and he made a move on him. So you got to stay down. You got to look like it hurts even more if it does.
Like in basketball, when you get crossed over, it's like,
you got to sell it.
My hamstring.
Right.
I hope Kobe's going to be fine, and I hope that they don't try to rush him back. And somebody
there's plenty of right.
Somebody's got to be in his ear too, that he doesn't rush himself back too soon. Jalen Johnson's another prime example last year, right? Coming back too soon. Hopefully Jalen steps up this year and just makes up for, this temporary loss we have. And we just wait and see, next man up, see who else is going to step up in Kobe's absence.
Could have been worse.
Mm-hmm. So I have to correct ourselves on something here because I just looked it up because I was interested. I thought PUP was before first preseason game. It's actually before training camp even starts. So because he even participated in drills, he's not eligible for PUP. So the Bears would have to use just regular IR. Yeah.
I mean, it is good and is bad. Like if he was really hurt, you would want to put him on PUP, right? And he is really hurt. But like I'm saying, like if there's a possibility of him being on the shorter side of 8 weeks, don't even worry about it. Just
because with PUP, you're going to miss at least 4 weeks of the season. You're going to miss at least 4 games.
Right. And I'm hoping 1 or 2 games max.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm learning something new. I thought PUP was first preseason game. It is before training camp, before practice even happens at training camp if you get hurt. Okay. So, all right, we got another quick super from Pedro. He will be back in time for the Packers game. It's week 5 for Bears and Packers. We'll be 4-0. Don't worry. We'll be a battle of the undefeated, and he will be the player of the game to make the Bears go 5-0. I love the optimism there.
That's
always and forever FTP.
Pedro, I like all of your super chats and super stickers. This is my favorite one. The vibes on that one is through the roof. 4-0, player of the week 5. That means they're starting 5-0.
Well, I love
the Bears. I'm not that optimistic, but I love it.
They start against Carolina. That's a win.
Yep.
Vikings at home. That's probably a win too. Kyler Murray don't scare me.
No,
neither does JJ McCarthy. Eagles. We already beat the Eagles last season, so they don't scare me, and the Jets don't scare me either. So yeah,
shit. Okay.
I can see 4-0. Eagles is the only game where you might get an L there.
Okay.
But we got them at home. We got the Eagles at home.
Packers, that's 5-0. We're going 5-0 to start the year. We're putting it out there now. Sign me up.
Yep. I love it. All right. That ends all of our sports talk. So we got time for a cock battle. But before we do that, Peter, I think it's time we pay a quick bill for us.
ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com is the home for all Chicago sports bums merch. We have Bears,
Hawks, Sox, and Bums merch available. Anything you need to get ready for a big game or a Chicago Sports Bums event. Remember, all profits go directly back into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates to keep the beer and food free for everyone. So head over to shysportsbums.bigcartel.com and pick up a couple Two Tree shirts today.
Big ones, small ones, tall ones, cold ones, shake and stir, they're never old ones. It's time to rate my cocks. Line them up and take your shot. Sweet or sour on the rocks. It's time to rate my cock.
Yeah. I think we need a new intro for a cockfight, though. I think we need to get some
you know what?
good old fashioned.
I didn't know. When we came up with this idea as a team, there was cockfight was the obvious answer to this, but there was a sword fight involved. Like, we've always wanted to do bum fights in some sort of iteration of this, but yeah, I think this is a cool concept that Jason, you kind of came up with, like the layout and the widgets and everything. So explain to people what we're doing.
Yeah. All right. So as we were talking earlier in the show, I just got back from San Diego. Me and the wife, we went to a couple Two Tree fancy cocktail bars. Some of these were top rated in the top 100 list. And Dougie, you were a couple weeks ago, you were on your cruise. You always do like the fancy stuff on the boat, and you have your guy and everything. So instead of, delaying our segments, and you do yours, I do mine. It's like, let's have a good old fashioned cockfight, right? So
let's see who's got the better cocks.
Yeah. So the rules are, my pictures are going to be on the left. Dougie's are going to be on the right. I'm going to read my description. Dougie's going to read his description, and there's going to be a vote going on. So everyone who's listening in the comments, it's going to be a vote between audience and Peter and Joey. So when the vote goes up, you type a 1 for me or a 2 for Dougie based on your vote, and we're going to reset it after each round and see who takes the most for the cocks. So.
May the best cocks win, gentlemen.
Dougie, do you have your list up and ready to go?
So yes, I do. So I will tell you this: the first one is the first two are the only two that I know absolutely all the ingredients to. It's kind of like how when you go sometimes to the cocktail bars, but I have a very well description of them.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna put it up there, and this is round one.
I like this, boys.
Let's go.
All right. So please wait to vote after you hear both descriptions, because not only is it visual, it's like the Miss America pageants. There's votes for every portion of the. So you got
to learn the personality of both cocktails.
That's right. All right. So my first drink here is the Three Little Birds. It is mezcal, lemon, pineapple, or Getz with a Serrano simple syrup.
Okay. All right. So mine was poolside. This is the avocado jalapeno margarita, and it has a raspberry tahini rim.
All right, hold on. Before we even start talking about these, you guys started off so hot and heavy. This felt like Royal Rumble when Obafemi and Brock Lesnar started the pay-per-view. And I'm like, this should have been the main event. Both of these sound fantastic. Oh, man. So here it is. I usually say, don't judge a book by its cover. And I like everything you talked about, Dougie.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going Jason.
Okay.
I think I'm going Jason this round.
This is a phenomenal drink.
Mine was very refreshing as well.
I'm looking at the texture of both right now, but I'm trying to put my eyes on both of these things in my face, and I'm thinking about the ingredients. I'm going to go with yours, Dougie.
Thank you. I had a conversation with Jason before this. This isn't a cock swinging contest here today. The true winners are me and Jason because we got to ingest both of, all 10 of these that we're going through.
Correct.
So,
Like, there is no loser here. You're both on
Mhm.
vacation having phenomenal drinks. The losers here are me and Joey P, who are just judging these by looking at them and not ingesting them.
Right.
yes. You guys are basically cocks, but
I'm sitting in a cuck chair looking at your guys'
right?
looking at your guys' cock. See, now this is a problem. I don't like this
It-
segment no more. Change it.
I did have one little beef with my drink, but I'm gonna ask Jason about his as well. What was your price point?
$17.
Okay. Mine was poolside at the resort, 21.
Oh, I saw you complaining about airport prices, Jason, and I was like, "You're like credit to San Diego airport," and it was still like a $20 drink or whatever. I like it's not much better than MDW. All right, maybe is the poll working? Somebody say the poll is working. I know there's enough people in the comments.
you got to type in here. If I vote for myself, does it count? I vote for myself.
It does.
Here we go. See, this is the whole 108 tournament again.
Bots. Yeah, we got bots.
The bots are coming.
We got bots in this thing. While we wait for somebody to vote, because now we're at a stalemate, how many times did you hit up that slide, Dougie?
Dude, I have to bum of the week myself on this. I never even got a chance to tell you about this. I go through this whole research, find this awesome fucking resort with a nice slide and everything like that. I didn't realize that they were going to actually have lifeguards by the slides and shit. Hunter is 2 inches too short, and they denied him.
You didn't spike. You couldn't spike his hair up a little bit,
brother. I tried walking him over there with his. I tried doing like a little fake thing. I was like, hey, he had his little Crocs on, his Spider-Man Crocs. I go walk over there. I'm like, oh, Hunter, go check out your height, because I know in the Crocs he's hitting the height. And we go over there, and I do it deliberately in front of the lifeguard, because there ain't that many people there. And I'm like deliberately like, hey, go check it out. And I'm like, cool, dude, you hit it, man. And the lifeguard goes, yeah, but he's gonna have to measure again without the Crocs. I'm like, you motherfucker, man. I'm like, come on, dude. Give the little dude a chance, And so I did not go down the slide at all in solidarity for my dude Hunter, because he was very upset. And he didn't understand why Madison could go down that thing fucking 19 times.
All right, we're gonna have to keep the going here. We're encouraging people to vote 1 or 2.
All right, we're calling it a tie. This one's a tie.
This one's a tie.
This is a push.
Yeah, well, we need some. We're gonna reset it. All right. Remember, after we need you guys to help vote. We're trying to get some user participation here. So, all right, we're gonna go. Pedro, he voted number 2 on that one. So,
all right, so Dougie wins.
All right, so Dougie wins round 1 on that one. Yeah, and Reyes at number 2. So, all right, Dougie takes round 1 on that one. All right. Next up here.
Similar.
Right, this drink is the Demon Fire. It is mezcal, gin, carrot shrub, chili, and lemon.
My drink is they call it a island old fashioned. It's basically it's 20, but it is 23-year-old rum. In basically, all your old fashioned fixins.
I fuck with rum old fashions. I'm not a rum guy particularly, but I fuck with rum old fashions. And Jason, I liked your drink, but you lost me with carrot. Carrot, I don't want like a smoothie to start my day, or like one of these you put a bunch of vegetables in a blender and now you think you're healthy. I don't need vegetables in my drinks. Thank you very much. So I'm going Dougie this round.
On the contrary, Jason, I remember you sending me this one. I was pretty excited for you. I'm going with the Demon Fire, because that looks straight up fire, and I ain't afraid about some carrot juice.
So what I want to say real quick too is, like, I asked the guy, like, how carroty is this drink, and he said he's like, it's like a subtle hint, and it's not like you're drinking a smoothie or something like that. And I want to tell you, this drink was fucking lights out phenomenal.
Yeah.
I would order like 10 more of those things. Like I might be in on carrot shrub cocktails.
Carrot cocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I would 100%. I think you sent it to me on the side as well. I think you're sending side cock pics to everybody, dude. What the hell's going on?
I didn't get any. I feel fucking left out.
I had to be careful when I opened my phone in front of coworkers to look at it. Not safe for work.
Yeah. No, when
you know what? No, hold
me,
on. Now I'm mad. We've known each other a long time. I'm pissed you're not sending me your cockpits, Jason.
I thought I sent it in a group chat to you guys.
No, I know this was on the side for sure because me and you got into a little conversation about it. I thought
I got
all you guys.
Let me look this up because I thought I swore I sent this.
Are you fact checking right now?
I'm fact checking myself because I thought I did.
Wrong.
But I could be wrong. So go ahead, Doug. You were saying so.
Oh no, I was just saying like it really intrigued me because I guess when I see something like that and I see an ingredient that I could go either way on, like I have to try it because it's unique and I've never had it before. So I would 100% try it just out of the principle of like it's unique.
You guys are more adventurous than I am, though. Both Dougie and Jason, both like drinking and or eating. Like you guys will try stuff that I'd rather just not even try.
Also, but though too, you also got to remember here, like that first drink I paid for, all the rest of these were included in my bar package. So like I will be adventurous as shit because I ain't paying for it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sarah makes a good point too. That I am more of a classic when it comes to the cockpits. So if it was
thanks for adding the explanation mark so Jason didn't get the point.
Yes, baby. I need a 1 or a 2.
So we split, right, Joey? We split both of these. All right, yeah. We need a.
Oh, it's not working.
Oh no, I don't know what happened there. Damn StreamYard. I do want to say, Peter, in my defense, I sent that to the Puck Bums group chat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you know what? You could keep your cockpits with the hockey. I don't want to deal with either of that.
The locker room talk, baby.
Yeah. All right, Pedro voted 1, so Jason, you take this round.
All right.
Pedro might be the referee here.
Deciding factor.
Yeah.
All right. I think I figured out how to do this now. All right.
Did you fix the cock? You fixed the cock meter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Round 3. This is this is what I went to. This bar, Realm of 52 Remedies. It's a Chinese themed bar. It is number 97 on the top 100 list of North America. What you're looking at here is the Mountain Turtle, Weiho Black Korean Soju, St. George Terrier Gin, St. George Basil ADV, Spiked Porcari Sweat, Lemon Sorrel Celery Foam.
More vegetables.
He did go to San Diego.
That's true. You are in Abbott country.
My drink is a layered tangerine cranberry bourbon smash.
Son of a gun. So here's the thing. I hate tangerine so much that I almost want to vote for Jason's science experiment that he has over there. Like none of the words Jason said were English. It was a different language when he
the soju. We had the soju.
No, soju was good. I do like soju. So you know what? Sometimes you just gotta explain things to me, Jason. Yeah, tangerine, like for some reason, and I like citrus stuff. Tangerine is like a little off-putting to me. It might be like too tart for me.
Okay.
So I'm going Jason.
And Dougie, yours was on the rocks, right?
Yes.
That's the only thing that hurts it for me. And I want to be adventurous with my veggies, and I would go with Jason's. Just the rocks do it. I don't need the dilution, unfortunately.
I do like bourbon smashes though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're like slowly becoming my favorite cruise drink, bourbon smashes, just because they have so many different variations of
Yeah.
them on there that like every time you go, you could try a different kind. But yeah, this was, I mean, as I'm sure Jason will, as this discussion developed and the reason why we're doing this, not only because like we didn't want to have a backlog of cocks, like we said before, everything that we had was phenomenal. So it's like, you can't have a rating system of, no chub, half chub, and full chub if everything was full chub. So
Yeah.
that's why kind of what we're doing. But yeah.
All right. So it's 2-1 to Jason so far.
Yep.
And I forgot to ask you guys, how many rounds is this? Just so we know.
10.
10.
Okay,
So
10 round. 10 round
we
fight.
got
10 rounds.
Almost a title fight, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna hide. We're gonna reset. All right, we're on round 4 now. All right. What I have here is the opium den. It's
What?
smoked
Oh my
salt,
God.
shiitake mushroom, Don Jose Oloso sherry, millet very special Amarek, Armagnac, Isle de Jura 10-year Scotch, smoked with oak chips. So it actually comes with on top with little pretzels.
Yeah, we were joking about this one. I was like, cocks and snacks. I'm like, this is awesome. Mine is a melon cucumber Pimm's cup.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, anything melon and
Yep.
cucumber, I'm all
Mhm.
in on. Especially if I'm on vacation or like summertime or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, this was great out of the heat.
Instant full chub. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going your route here, Dougie. I remember having something similar to that on the boat with you last year, and it was crushable, especially coming off of the sun. So I'm going with you.
All right, Dougie. Looks like
That was
Dougie's taking that
Yeah,
round.
clean sweep for Dougie. So now it's 2-2. I'm keeping score here.
How are the pretzels?
Very good.
I'm a big pretzel guy.
This
Are you a
this
big
place-
pretzel in your drink guy?
I have never put a pretzel in my drink, guy.
I actually want to show you guys a video too. This was I'll find it. I'll show you guys in a second here of that drink. But we'll keep it going. So all right, Dougie, good job.
Yep.
All right, start round 5. All right. Now I want to preface this by saying that the lighting on this one actually really sucked with the bar light at the bottom. This is actually a purple drink. This is
I think it looks cool how it is though.
This is the purple petunias. It's Los Californians Citrico Gin, Bulls Genevieve, Strawberry Gin, LD Elderflower Liqueur, Violet Tea, Lemon, and Egg White.
Continue.
Lost them on the egg white. Mine was a grapefruit chipotle margarita.
I was ready to vote Jason until the egg white. We talked about the egg white and the fat wash stuff. I just can't get into it. It's tough. Everything else sounded fantastic, and like we've done a couple of these, and I've talked about how like I used to hate gin drinks. Like I just didn't like gin at all. And something happened a couple summers ago. My sister was just going through gin and tonics and making them for like the family, and like somehow if something clicked in me, and it's like, oh, I like gin now. So I was all in on that drink up until the egg. Was it egg white or egg wash?
So the drink actually itself is made with fee foam, but the bartender, she's like, "Would you rather egg white?" And I was like, "Well, yes, I would." And she actually did it.
You would have got me with the fee foam, whatever even that
But
means.
she actually did a cracked egg like properly into the shaker with a dry shake. She was like, they had eggs ready, like not just like the egg egg
Damn.
white wash. Like she was, it was pretty professional.
I would have 100% opted in on that as well.
Yeah, it was. I wish the lighting was better, just so you guys could see, like, because I had like the greenish yellow bar top, underlight. So the purple kind of really got washed there. But it was a very cool, pretty drink. They specifically said don't use flash in the bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I couldn't do the flash to get the true color. So
You gotta take your cock to the bathroom with you.
That's smart. Smart. Joe, how'd you vote?
I'm voting for you. I'm voting
right.
for yours because it sounds pretty complex, but it sounds balanced at the same time. I'm fighting grapefruits right now if it's not a squirt, which is the proper pronunciation, right, Peter? It's not squirt, it's esquirt.
Esquirt.
Yeah, some of my meds I'm on prohibits grapefruit juice consumption, so that's the reason why I'd have to pass, Dougie. It's a technicality.
Should have
All
known.
right. I take round round 5.
3-2.
All right.
3-2 so
3-2.
far.
And then real quick, I just want to show you this quick video, guys. This is from the Opium Den.
Love it. Let's go.
Oh, there's so many posters.
Let me just pull my phone out.
Oh shit! Like, okay.
This is where I wanted it.
Alright.
Woo!
So we're actually not going to infuse it for too long. You can take this pretzel top off in about like 20 to 30 seconds. Oh. And the pretzels come as a pairing. It brings out some of those earthy, mushroomy tones in the drink. Very cool.
It's like a salmon sommelier for cocktails. Like pretzels bring out the mushrooms. Who would have known?
Yeah. Not I.
Yep. All right. Next up, we got. All right. Mine is the miso and mint. It is Thai basil vodka, Asian pear, salted caramel miso, nori, and soda.
Mine is a triple chili infused mango margarita.
Yep. Dougie wins.
All
It's
day.
not even close.
Dougie
And
wins.
honestly, Jason, yours sound great. I'm just not at a point in life to order vodka drinks anymore. It like you would have to really like blow me out of the water to be like, yeah, sign me up for a Stoli or Absolute or Tito's, any type of cocktail. It's just not in my wheelhouse anymore.
Fair.
Because
enough.
I'm only vodka and lemonade and vodka and tea going forward, baby.
All right, chat's agreeing number 2 on this one. Yeah, I'm a basil fiend, so I love miso as well. So
Yeah, me too.
that was right at my wheelhouse. But yeah, triple chili, you can't think, Dougie, that's an easy win.
Yeah, it was the bar that I was at. It's called the Alchemy Bar, and basically what it is you tell them what type of alcohol you want, what type of spirit, and if you want something sweeter, spicier, you just basically tell them, and basically they write you a prescription and they make you a cocktail right on site.
That sounds like the bar we went to in Milwaukee, Jason. I like that type of concept for like a cocktail bar. That's fantastic.
So, like, as much as I would love to give you like the super overly descriptive stuff, they really just keep like a lot of it secretive.
Yeah.
And it's like, like
you
they'll give you the brass tacks of it, but that's about it.
Yep. All right, let me reset the poll here. All right, we're tied 3-3. All right. Next up. All right. This one is the Sweet Providence for me. Shiraz Gin, Blueberry and Sage Amaro, and Sweet Vermouth.
They call this the Angry Strawberry. What it is it's a tequila based drink. They take the strawberries, they infuse them with tahini and habanero, and they let them sit there for X amount of time. And then what they do is they make a and I will preference it. It is a sweeter strawberry tequila drink, but then they pour the syrup from the strawberries, which is, you know, the spiciness. So you get that level of like sweet, spicy, sweet, spicy, sweet, spicy, and it was pretty crazy.
Gin, Amaro, Vermouth sounds like a fantastic combination. Like, that just sounds good. I like all of those things. I do like a spicy cocktail. I like it when it's a jalapeno cocktail as opposed to a habanero cocktail.
Mhm.
And I know, you know, like we're like, that's like a nitpicky kind of deal.
Mm-mm.
But like, yeah, I'm not all in on the habanero. But you know me, I
Sure.
love myself a tahini rim, but
Yeah.
not I'd pass on the habanero.
It was habanero hot too. I will tell you that.
Yeah. So no, sign me up for Jason's.
Yeah, both of these sound fantastic, but I am going to side here with you, Dougie, because I love spicy food.
Mhm.
I love spicy cocks, and that's why I would just fall in love with the habanero spice on that one.
I think I've realized this going forward, and this is not. I don't think we didn't plan this. We haven't agreed on a thing, Joey P.
It's organic.
This was hands down one of my favorite drinks. It was one of those ones that burns you but keeps you coming with the sweetness at the same time. So that was something that I had probably one every night that I was on the cruise, just because it was that damn good.
Keeps you what?
Keeps you coming. Keeps you coming, baby. The one thing that scares me about Jason's drink was that one of those really massive ice cubes, one of those super long ones.
Yeah, it was.
That you get this much drink.
Yep, it's a super long
Damn it.
highball.
Dude, I fucking hate those, man. Like I had them too in Vegas, and it's like, dude, the part of me just is like, don't move it, don't look at it. But then you got to take it out, and you're like, fuck.
Yep.
I got like that much to drink. Like, it pisses you off.
Size matters.
It's just,
See, Joey's getting in on the cochino vibes.
I think that one's a tie.
Ice Cube.
All right, we're
Ice
pushed. It's push on this one.
Yeah. All right, let me reset the.
Which it's good thing that we pushed because like with 10 rounds, it could have been a tie, but now with the push, I think we might have a winner.
All right.
yeah, I guess we didn't think that through.
Yeah. All right. Next up for
Ooh.
me. This is the. Hold on, I got it right here. Hold on, I got everything written down here, and sorry, boys.
You're fine. You want me to speak first?
Yeah, let Dougie go first.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Doug.
Okay.
Oh, here. Sorry, I found it. This is the Cosmic Dancer. It's London Dry Gin, Prosciutto Vino Amaro, raspberry and lemon, and they sprinkle like a little, like coarse salt over the top of the drink to make it look like it's snow.
Hell yeah. I like that. Mine is a blonde espresso pistachio martini.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell Julie you had me at blonde. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Dude, pistachio.
You had me at pistachio.
I'm a sucker for pistachio, and I'm
Mhm.
obviously a sucker for espresso martini. Don't like you guys know Julie. She rarely ever gets like cocktails unless it's like an espresso martini or like something like that. But whenever she orders one, you know, I gotta have a taste. So I'm all in on Dougie's.
Yeah, we agreed, Peter. We're agreeing on this one.
Now, see, that's where I would be out on that if I saw pistachio. I'm not a nut guy, so I would have passed. It looks phenomenal. It looks pretty as hell, but they would have lost me at pistachio.
I'm a sucker for pistachios.
I'm a pistachio junkie, but
yeah,
even like
it,
pistachio crusted like food. I'm all in on.
Ice cream, pistachio ice cream is phenomenal. La Michoacana.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
this
if
drink
I was just gonna say, if I was voting for this, like I'd be hard pressed not to vote for Jason's, to be honest with you. And I don't know if it played into it or if the salt was just the look, but like there's something about like when you got a sweet drink and sometimes you get that little hint of salt, like
yeah.
it just pops.
Yep.
Like honestly, like when I'm so this is I'm gonna admit that sometimes I'm even too lazy to make a michelada or like a Bloody Mary. But sometimes you just go grab a Modelo, toss a little bit of Valentina on there, and just put like a coarse sea salt rim on the beer. And that's fantastic. Like I'm a big sea salt on drinks guy.
Okay.
Yeah, this drink this was Sarah's drink, and she saw a lady next to us order it, and she's like, "What is that?" And the guy pointed it, and she like, "Okay." Sarah's like, "I gotta get it." And then
it might be
tried
the prettiest.
Like,
it might be the prettiest cock of this thing so far.
Prettiest cock and show.
All right, that's another tie, guys.
Wait, me and Joey both said Dougie.
Yeah, but the chat had me.
Yeah, so that's 2 against 1.
No, 2. No,
Yeah,
Sarah
we got
and
2
Sarah
in the chat.
2 in the chat. Sarah
I
and Pedro.
thought we were adding the chat as one. Like they get 1 vote as a group.
I was just doing cumulative, but
okay. No, this is your guys' thing. Yeah, we could keep tying.
Yeah. All right. We got two left here. All right, next up. This is the Uno Ojo, the one eye. Blanco Tequila.
That's another name for a cock.
The one eye.
Blanco Tequila, Amontillado, sherry, ginger, lime, cucumber.
Dude, well, like you paired these two well because this is like refreshing drink versus refreshing drink right here. This is a blackberry rosemary bourbon tea.
You guys are fighting right now. This is a heavyweight duel. I'm going Jason here. The only reason I didn't like Dougie's is I'm just not that big of a blackberry guy.
Okay.
But your drinks sounded fantastic. I would even try it even though I'm not a blackberry guy, but Jason, yours sounded fantastic. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes the presentation I like that glass. Like, I don't know why it is. Like, obviously I know why it is because I have a bunch of them. Me and Julie are just big, like, patterned glass people. So, like, this is like a bunch of stormtroopers on a glass and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. My simple brain. I like patterned glasses. But anyway,
they let me buy one. I grabbed one to take home.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. Either way, I vote Jason.
To answer Sarah's question, unsweetened tea.
Okay, so so this cock was not overly sweetened
No.
with all the ingredients that you named, because obviously a great bourbon is going to have its own natural barrel sweetness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm in tug of war mentally. I'm going through mental gymnastics on this one, but I'm going to have to go with a tequila base because I've always been more of a tequila based cocktail guy over a whiskey or bourbon. As much as I love them both, I'll always veer towards the tequila. So Jason wins this round.
Thank you, sir.
All right, it's 4-3 with 2 pushes.
Okay. I already know I'm going to lose the last round.
Oh, because I think I'm going to lose the last round.
All right. Good thing it's not up to you guys. Joey P, get ready to get somebody angry.
Let's go.
All right. Last one.
Ooh, pattern glass helps.
Yep. So this is the glass they let me take. They would take a rocks glass home. So this is the Amor Picante. And when I read the ingredients, you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck? But this was actually really good. It is Blanco tequila, strawberry, tomato, gochujang, Oaxacan rum, and lime.
I love a tomato drink. I am bum of the week vegetables in general.
Tomatoes
but-
a fruit. Tomatoes
It's
a
a
fruit.
fruit.
But
It's a
yeah,
fruit.
exactly. Tomato is a fruit. I love a good
seeds.
tomato drink. So far I like it. Dougie, what do you got?
So this is where I'm going to lose Peter because it does have a fat wash on top. So
All right.
yep.
I'll talk to you guys
Yeah,
later.
I know. Yep. But this is a strawberry jalapeno bourbon something. I couldn't quite put my finger on it or whatever, but I told him that I wanted something. So this was like his comeback
Give me a drink.
to the tequila, like the angry strawberry thing or whatever. So I told him, I'm like, I wanted something with Buffalo Trace, and he made this, and it was like a Buffalo Trace, jalapeno, and strawberry. So it was fucking lights out. Like, he just nailed it. But I opted for the wash on top, and I don't regret a single moment of it. So I will lose every day because this was amazing.
I'm looking at both of these, and it would have been hilarious. And I was expecting, when you guys said that you'll both lose this one, I expected you both to show on screen and to our audience that you both ordered the exact same cock because they look very similar on screen right now for those that are watching. My gosh. I really love how you try to pull me in, Dougie, by mentioning that yours was a Buffalo Trace base, right? That's a very, very hard pull on my heartstrings. But I'm a man of my word and of honor. And like I had just said on the last cock that I was looking at, the tequila base is always going to get me, especially on the spiciness. And that's more my jam. So
I thought I was going to lose people with tomato and gochujang, but
no,
it was like, I saw it and it was so unique. And I'm like, I just got to go for it. I got to try it. And it was really good. I was surprisingly shocked how much I liked it. I thought it was going to be more like a thicker, Bloody Mary-ish type, drink because gochujang is it's like a paste too.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is going to be like a thicker base, like Bloody Mary drink. And it wasn't at all. It was just super light with heat and just like the earthiness, with strawberry and tomato.
Jason, I think you got lucky that I just don't know what gochujang is. So I just like erased that from my memory, and I'm like, oh, I like everything else.
All right, so that's it. So final score 5-3.
Yeah,
5-3 with 2 pushes, but like I said, the only losers here are me and Joey for just looking at pictures of cocks while you guys enjoy them all.
Yeah, we had a couple other good ones, but me and Dougie had to narrow it down to the top 10. So
yeah.
But they could also, hey, this could be an ongoing segment. Now they, we know that the, the poll and everything works. But you keep going this route.
Yeah,
yeah.
Not all cocks made the cut.
All right,
it's a Jewish joke.
We got it, Dougie.
You guys ready to bump some people?
I think it's about that time. I didn't realize. I didn't even know we were past the 2-hour mark. We're having a good time here.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
Bum.
All right, time for listener bums and bees. We're starting off with the big one here because the 75% of us about to lose their shit right now. Bum of the week, never-ending road construction. Yes, 100% facts. MVB, Getz for getting us something. We agree. Also, my Hispanic friends would tell me what's going on when I'm lost at a great concert. But that's not why. That's not why we are.
We're bearing the lead.
Yep.
The fine Southern gentleman, Colonel Bourbon, hit us with
fine Southern gentleman. Dropped a Colonel bomb.
It was a Colonel bomb. So I'll let you guys cook.
Late additional bum of the week, Blackhawks for taking away the option for all of the gate giveaways to season ticket holders. Now this fucking sucks because in the big as season ticket holders, we had the option to choose if we wanted concession vouchers, which are pretty substantial, or you want all the gate giveaways, so bobbleheads, pins, shirt, hats, whatever they give away. And then the chain went. Dougie goes, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, he just talked to the rep. No giveaways. Dougie's like, vouchers too. He's like, nothing. So we don't get shit this year as season ticket holders.
Damn, no giveaways. Even the White Sox do the giveaways.
We get our concession discount, but yeah, even Jerry gives away season ticket holders like the giveaways. So we get shit now. Blackhawks are freaking taking a book from Jerry.
$8 million a year for Patrick Kane.
Don't get cheap on me, Dotson.
It's got to come somewhere. Patrick Kane needs his $8 million.
We still got cap space.
Dougie?
I'm waiting to hear Dougie before I go off.
The thing that aggravates me the most about this whole thing is I literally just talked to my ticket rep on Friday. And on Friday, he was like assuring me that, I was asking him, I'm like, because normally what happens is they make you choose between the two options before they give out the promo schedule. So you don't know which one to pick. And I'm not trying to make it sound like my decision's any more important than anybody else's, but everybody else in our group that shares has 2 tickets. I have 3. I'm entitled to $300 in concession money. Everybody else gets $200 concession money.
And I got to split that with my brother.
And he's got to split that with his brother. So for me, I'm like, it really matters like what the promotions are. So like if I don't know, like, hey, like we knew last year was going to be promotion heavy because of the centennial year and everything like that. And it was a ton of bobbleheads. But then this year, I'm like, okay, obviously the bobbleheads got a lot of people in the doors and stuff like that in a down year. They're going to scale back. They're not going to have that many bobbleheads. We all knew that. A1 on Friday, my ticket rep couldn't tell me because he didn't see any type of promotional schedule, whether it would be a good idea to go for the promotions or for the cash. And then he furthermore tells me, oh, you should be seeing in a couple days for the option or whatever. Hopefully the promotional schedule will come before. You can't mean to tell me that much changed between Friday and Monday. I know they don't work on the weekend. Like, I'm no fool. You can't mean to tell me that the ticket rep from Friday to Monday, like that much drastically changed. And we're talking Friday to Monday afternoon. That's some bullshit, dude. That's some old school White Sox shit. I cannot wait until this dude calls me. And I'm going to make sure he calls me. I've already got a plan.
All right. I can't wait to hear this.
Well, I just
film it.
I just removed my credit card off of my account for my next payment. So if he wants that payment, he's going to have to call me. And we're going to have a little conversation.
Well, did you remove? Because it just hit over the weekend, so
Yeah,
you have to
but
wait. This is going to be for September,
Yeah, so I'm going to have a lot of time to stew on this one.
as you should. Because they're already taking parking away from us. They're already giving us the White Sox special with removing a lot of the parking with all the construction going around. So you're taking our parking, you're taking our vouchers, you're taking our fucking giveaways. What the fuck is this, man? Like, is this amateur hour? And fucking, this is we raved that me and Sarah being like first time like Blackhawk season ticket holders, how awesome it was that they actually took care of their members as opposed to when we were 3 years season ticket holders with the White Sox.
Yeah.
Now, like, this is awesome, man. They take care. They call. They want to make sure you're taken care of. There's an issue. They fix it right away. The perks, even though we're half game, here's all the giveaways. Like, it was awesome. They gave us the giveaways for games we didn't even go to. That was the cool part.
Right.
So for me, I would have taken the giveaways, but no, I get nothing now.
Joey?
Before Joey, because you're right there with them with the puck bums, but I made it bigger because I wanted to ask you guys because I don't know the answer. What is the parking situation right now?
You had to pick So before it was kind of like the White Sox, where you can get the red parking lot, red parking lot pass, and then you could pick which parking lot you want to go to. The last 2 years, you've had to pick your parking lot no matter what. So, I mean, that could be like a pain in the ass. Like if their crowds get really bad and everything like that, we like to pick the one that's furthest away. So when we get out and we go out, If you pick the ones that are closer, you could be waiting by Church's Chicken for fucking 7 hours, So we try not to do that. Them specifically telling us we could only go to this lot kind of sucks. And the problem with that is a lot of times, and I will tell you this, they run out of space in those parking lots. It's like they're like airlines. It's like they almost oversell them. So I'll let Joey P do his have his moment.
I'm going to
swear.
I'm not going to swear, Jason. I'm sorry. I only swear for super chats. Unless somebody is still in the comments and wants to hear that, then you already know what to do. Nah, Dougie, I was actually going to tell you, me and you are pretty cool with Danny Wirtz, Hawks owner, right? I know where he walks in at.
Not cool enough, it sounds like.
And I think that, if he's cordial enough to shake hands, give us the half hug, and take another selfie with us this upcoming season in the atrium, I'm gonna point blank ask him the question. What was the reason behind this decision that y'all made about concession and the giveaway? And we're gonna I need to hear it straight from the top. That's I don't want to hear from.
I knew. You know what I'm gonna do too. Hold on. There's an option here, and it says like a bump up screen when the comments out. Give me 1 second. Keep talking amongst yourself.
Yeah. So like Joey was saying, actually, and he's not even bullshitting you. When we ran into Danny Wirtz and we started talking to him, he literally he asked us, like, because we told him we're half season ticket holders or whatever, and he goes, "Oh, thanks, for your support and everything like that." And he literally asked us, he was like, "What do you think about the value of your tickets?" And we were flat out honest with him. We were like, it's kind of hard to resell them right now. He took a little bit of time. So, but yeah.
All right, so let's get to the main event here. Pedro Velasco, thank you so much. $9.99 super chat. Swearing is caring. We know Joey P is a God-fearing man and an honest man.
Yes, I am.
And he does not swear as much as the rest of us, but he will throw out a couple F-bombs and a couple different things for the right price, like the $1 Million Man, or when he's passionate about things. So yeah, Joey P, with no further ado, what do you think about this Blackhawk situation?
This is my final thought on this. I don't give a fuck about no concession price or gift. I don't give a fuck about a giveaway. I care that the Blackhawks make the playoffs this year and go deep. That's what I want. I don't care about any of this other shit. There's 3 swears. I'm trying to get your $9.99 word.
That's pretty good.
I want the Hawks to just do better this year. And that to me is more than any concession money, is more than any bobblehead that I'll probably get anyway, hopefully, if I'm lucky enough that they're part of my ticket plan. But that's where I sit on this. At first, it's a bummer. But sometimes we are at some of these games. And if not, we can try to swap a game if it's a giveaway we really want. But yeah, the Hawks just got to win. I don't care about any of that stuff. That's how I'm looking at it. The Hawks have to win.
I want my Bedard bobblehead.
You got to get there.
Just win, baby.
Yep.
Just win.
All right, let's keep it rolling here. Southside Bum of the Week. There's a mysterious guy who let out a Hulk-like fart that cleared the movie theater during a screening of Spider-Man. Second Bum of the Week. The Spider-Man guy for not saving the audience in time. You wear that suit, you take on the responsibility. I think it's like Colombia or something.
It was in Colombia. The video has gone super viral. Dude, I didn't want to clip. I didn't clip it just because we didn't have time. But if you've seen the video, like a fart cleared out the movie theater.
Jason,
Jason,
he was multiple farting. He was like having like a fart attack, where it was just like constant like ripping gas.
bum of the week. That guy, right?
Yeah. Do they have White Castles in Colombia or wherever that was?
The equivalent. Something.
That was probably a big ass.
That's crazy. But yeah,
go back to that real quick. Is Spider-Man getting some numbers there while in costume?
Dude,
is he pulling her?
It's so funny because it's like the Colombian Spider-Man. He might be in better shape than Tom Holland. Like he's got muscles. He's got muscles coming out of everywhere, and it's obvious that there's a couple, 2-3 ladies around interested in Colombian Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, you know what? Plot twist. It was actually his protein farts that were.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Could have been him. We don't know.
All them protein shakes.
Next up, JT MVB vacations. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I had a good
Both
time.
of you.
Bum of the week. Kid-centric vacation places nickel and diming with hidden up charges.
You preach, JT. This is it's a problem nowadays where like anything kid related is like, hey, you could start here, but then it's this, and this. And like everything else, it's just a scam to get you to spend some money.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got Gerald Sullivan, MVP the Sox for being relevant at the trade deadline. Thank you, Chris Getz. Appreciate you. Bum of the week. Everyone who immediately dismisses every Sox trade that is made. 9 out of 10 Sox fans have no idea who Boston Smith was to begin with. Should have watched the Straw Report. Dan Reyes, MVP is Sydney Taylor of the Chicago Sky. That was a great shot she made.
Yeah, game winner.
Win it. My bum of the week is still Max Killerman for his sports and boxing takes getting out of hand.
Yeah, that guy stinks. He used to be great. I used to like him when I was younger. Yeah. He stinks.
King Ass bum of the week. Bad weather at training camp injuries. Yep. MVB weekend naps. Love a good Saturday afternoon nap and a Sunday afternoon nap.
It was your birthday recently, and your lovely wife Sarah posted a couple of pictures of you napping as a hey, happy birthday.
Yeah, I have to talk about her about invading my privacy rights because it's illegal to take my photo without my consent.
Well, I got bad news for you. I saved those pictures.
Yeah, they're all over the place. They're in the cloud.
God damn it. And finally, Mailman Jack, MVB. My father, even though he passed away in 93, I swear he still guides me when I need help with things. It's almost creepy how things pop up out of nowhere when I'm searching. #bless. That's true, man. They're watching over us.
Yeah, it's weird.
And his bum of the week, GE refrigerators with their lights in series like Christmas lights. Really, LED strips in series. Ridiculous. One goes out, the whole thing goes done with it.
Brutal.
Bad.
So, all right, let's get to our bumps and MVPs. Joey, kick us off here.
I'll go with my MVPs. Easy Band on Saturday. Great concert. Made it all the way up here. 20-hour bus ride on their tour bus to get up here to Chicago. They said they couldn't wait to be back till next year. And they've been posting like madmen on their social medias. As great as the concert as it was on Saturday that they gave, they had us jumping. We were rocking the place from them covering songs from Rage Against the Machine to System of a Down, and then you got some country going and some 80s pop hits, and they remake all the music into Mexican regional norteño style. It's just awesome. They had the party going. And also I want to shout out another MVP, the homie, Bear Mysterio. He's going to Canton Hall of Fame game this week.
Oh, nice.
He's going to be participating in the Tailgating Hall of Fame cook-off where they're,
shit.
Yeah. So pulled pork is on the menu. So
okay.
Best of luck to our guy this week. Bum of the week. Aforementioned concert Saturday. Had my iPhone for about a year since I've last upgraded. And, I pay for the iCloud. What is it? That 2 terabyte, cloud space, whatever. So my phone does like a backup every day, every night, whatever. Well, I may not have been maybe 4 or 5 songs in to this awesome set that Easy Band was doing, and my phone just freezes out of nowhere. I know almost a full battery charge, and I get the pop up that your memory is almost full. How? I immediately like go into my settings and we're jamming and jumping up and down. I'm going in my settings. All 128 gigabytes is full to capacity. How? And you know, the stupid little meter for iPhone shows like the dark gray is like your iOS software, operating system software, and then
Apps,
another
videos, pictures, yeah.
and then but the BS is there's this other light shade of gray that is taking up almost half of my like 60 gigs worth.
That's Modelo pictures.
It's got to be Modelo pictures. I thought it was too, Dougie, but it wasn't. It says system data. I don't know what the hell system data is. They need to figure it out, because I go in and I'm reading that I'm trying to do research on this Sunday morning, yesterday morning. This is a real problem. And, you know, some folks will say, well, maybe it's because your phone may have done automatic updates and it may have downloaded like the latest iOS and it's taking up space. I got the latest iOS when I click on it. So it's not even that. So iPhone memory, if my 2 gigs of or 2 terabyte, whatever cloud space, it says I'm only using like not even half a terabyte. So what the heck is going on here? Fix your stuff.
You're getting old, Joey P. We've talked about this. When the phones betray you, it's not the phone's fault. It means you're getting old. It happened
Technology.
to it happens to all of us. It's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
At least I'm not butt dialing.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Is this thing on?
That's my problem.
All right, Dougie, what do you got?
So MVB, by no means a pat on the back, but I want to give an MVB out to all the emergency workers that have been working with these storms lately. It's been an uncharacteristic amount of rains, you know, tornadoes, winds, all different types of shit. Everybody's busting their ass out there. And it goes for everybody, all the way from police to fire departments to emergency management to even public works and everybody else. Even right down to all the landscapers and everybody that's doing their thing or whatever to make sure that the world goes round. Those are my MVPs this week. My bum of the week. It's an evergreen bum with us almost every single pay-per-view now at this point. TKO in WWE. This one specifically pissed me off. I know that we talked about it a lot last with WrestleMania and everything like that, the amount of commercial breaks that they have. And now they have commercial breaks, but then they have an ad that pops up and tells you that you're during a commercial break with no actual commercial happening. Wild stuff. I don't know what and maybe they were planning on promoting something and they sold that block and it didn't go through. I don't know. Is what it is. I think we've all kind of like, I don't want to say become numb to it, but we're starting to slowly accept it as this is the new way with TKO and WWE. What really pissed me off was Chad Gable finally getting his roses after this run that he's been on. He's put on arguably some of the best matches, contender of match of the year with his match in Mexico. And he's finally getting his roses, ends up winning his first solo belt and celebrates with his family, has his fucking moment. And then you get a stupid mug root beer mascot come in, hanging out with them, fucking, you know, cheersing them, and then hands them 2 drinks because they got to get their sponsorship in there. And you can tell at the beginning he was just kind of like, fuck, you know, and he grabbed them, did the Stone Cold, drank them and everything like that. But that was just absolutely embarrassing as a brand when you take such a pure raw moment of emotion in this. And you could tell he was going through it at home in Minnesota, finally gets over that hump of being no longer a B-list wrestler, and you get this loser ass mascot stealing his last moments of fame with his family in the ring, and it was just mortifying. And I don't use that word often, but it was a fucking terrible fucking moment. Bum of the week, TKO. Some things don't always have to be about money.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna go next because Peter's got a hell of a story that he's been bearing the lead on for the past couple of days. So we got to figure out what his deal is there. So I'm gonna go next here because I got a plethora of stuff here. My first bum of the week is Midway Airport and like Chicago airports in general, because we park in the lot for when we fly out, and we take the shuttle over to airport. And I don't know if you guys done this, but when you take the shuttle over at Midway, they drop you at the arrivals gate right by baggage claim. So you have to take all your luggage through baggage claim up 2 flights of stairs to check in. Just take the shuttle to fucking arrivals.
Yeah.
It's not that hard for you to drop people off and swing down to the lower level to pick up people.
Right.
I don't know what the logistics of that, but why everyone gets dropped off and picked up at the same spot, and you have to haul all your luggage up 2 flights of stairs, escalators. It's fucking stupid. So, second thing, the bathroom situation at Midway is horrendous too. You can't have like 3 stalls when you gotta take that morning poop. You can't have a line. You can't have a line out the door. Okay, and have the second bathroom fucking 15 gates down. They're the Soldier Field of airports. Not enough bathrooms.
Yeah.
And having only 3 stalls in per bathroom is fucking egregious. Because when I got a time crunch and I gotta wait for fucking little Timmy to finish his shit, it's like, let's go, kid. I got coffee and beer in me from the last night. So hurry up.
That seat stays hot, bro.
Yes. So Midway Airport, you need a major renovation, because O'Hare has a pretty good amount of bathrooms and bathroom stalls like spaced out. Midway, for all your renovation, fucking sucked. And the third thing about Midway is their concessions there. Everything's like is so highly priced, and it's all the same. Like you go for breakfast, no matter what bar you go to, Shy Sox Bar and Grill, O'Reilly's, Daughter, the Hubbard Inn, it's all the same fucking breakfast. There's no parity between any place, and it's all like $25, $30 a plate. Cocktails, $27 if you want an espresso martini. That's on the fucking. You want an espresso martini? They're not even making it fresh. They're pouring it out of the fucking Kettle One tap machine and then charging you $27 for that shit.
Damn.
Then when you go to the San Diego airport in California, which is fucking high as fuck, with the highest state in the country, and you see these airport prices of $15 for a Bloody Mary or $17 for an espresso martini when everything else is $10 more expensive in Midway. What the fuck are we doing, Chicago? Figure your shit out, man. It's O'Hare. It's Midway. Why the fuck do we have to pay $30 a drink? You know how much more money I would spend at the airport bar if I was having reasonably priced drinks at $15, $16 a drink as opposed to $30 a drink? I get 1 round before the airport, and it costs us with tip $65 fucking dollars. So what the fuck are we doing, Midway? You have no difference in food. You have no shitters. You have no selection in drinks, overpriced drinks. I'm fucking done with Midway.
I've been out on Midway for a while. That was a fucking phenomenal rant.
I've been in on Midway the last 2 years. Ever since I got the priority pass, and Midway has a new lounge that opened up a couple years ago by the center court called the MDW Club.
Okay.
That would have solved all your problems, Jay, because it's all inclusive. Your drinks are on the house, the food's on the house, and they got luxurious bathrooms.
Yeah. Give Joey P's name, you'll get a good seat on the toilet.
I might be able to get you a guest pass next time. Let me know.
Ooh. I want to know how is that the worst take ever? Like, if you like playing overpriced drinks, that's fine.
I agree. I love Midway. I'm a Midway guy forever and ever. I used to work. I worked at Midway. I don't know if Dan Reyes knows that, but I worked at Midway for a long time. But yeah, you can't be having more expensive prices than California. That just makes no sense.
No.
Yeah.
I would spend more at the airport bars if because I don't like when we go out to dinners and stuff and we're on vacation, we don't skimp. That's true. There has been way worse takes.
There's been worse takes.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't want to blow $200 before you even get on the plane.
Right. Well,
you want to save some of your cash for the fun stuff when you land,
sure.
or you spend it on the plane and you get blitzed for $7 $9 a shooter.
I think the problem is it's starting to become. I mean, I know it is already, but it's corporate. Corporate America is what's fucking it because everybody's got their business expenses and their stuff like that. You've got Chicago as, a main hub for a lot of places for layovers and stuff like that. They know that people are going to be expensing drinks, expensing this, expensing that. And who pays? The little guys.
Yeah. And then MVB, my wife, Sarah, for, having a great time on vacation with her fun stuff. It was a good time. Had a blast with her. And then another shout out to me and Sarah. We made a couple friends out there in San Diego at the cocktail bar. First night we were there, and girl told us, she's like, "Hey, come to my bar. I'll take care of you guys." Her boyfriend was there, and they kept on buying us drinks. We were like, "Hey, we can pay for stuff too," but no, she was a bartender there, and she's just giving us
next question. Second,
she's like, I was not wearing the pineapple hat.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I
Damn
thought.
it.
We all went to the same way there. Like Jason had his, what was it, Ms. and Maine or
Travis Matthews.
Travis Matthews upside down pineapple hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we thought.
Okay, Sarah says not boyfriend, dating, whatever. But yeah, just come to the bar. Buying us shots, buying us beers. Go to the bar with them afterwards. They keep buying us shots and rounds. I'm like, we can buy stuff too. But it was, cool going on vacation and going out to the bars and getting some free comps. So MVB to our new friends from San Diego.
I like it.
All right, Peter, take us home.
All right, 2 MVBs before I get to my bum of the week. First MVB, you guys talked to wrestling. JT's in the comments. Nick Aldis made his return to wrestling. He always dreamed about having a pay-per-view match in WWE. He's been accomplished wrestler all over the world. It was great to see him back in the ring with Gunther. Good match. I saw it. Awesome. That's not why I'm MVBing him, because honestly, I don't give a fuck about Nick Aldis. He came out to Oasis. I don't know who agreed to this. I don't know. We're bumming. I know long running bum is TKO, Nick Khan, Hunter. I don't know who paid for the licensing rights to an Oasis, but the fact that he came out to what's the story or Morning Glory, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Best entrance of all time. Credit to Nick Aldis. I did not expect that to happen, and it did happen, and I liked it. So go watch that entrance. You don't even have to watch the rest of the match, whatever he lost. Second MVP.
Spoilers.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. Jason, you watched it. Officially the biggest domestic opening weekend of all time. Biggest movie opening of all time. It got to $1 billion already. Not 5 days into its run. It's a juggernaut. I didn't mean to make a pun, but it's a big opening. It's exactly what the MCU needed, and it's something I'm going to talk about on the Baloney Show. I already talked to my guy Joel. He is the biggest Spider-Man fan of all time. He's been on the MCU review. Jason, you know him very well.
Yep.
I'm all back in. I'm back in on the MCU. I really, really liked what they did with this Spider-Man movie. So tune into that on the Baloney Show. But you guys know why we're here. We're 2 hours and 35 minutes into a Monday episode of the BumCast. Credit to all of us involved. Credit to everyone in the comments. But this is why we're here, folks. I've bragged about my 5-star Uber rating for the entirety of this podcast since we've been the Chicago Sports Bums. And as much as we had a great time Credit to Joey P, Sandy P, my wife Julie, and everybody that went to the Easy Band on Saturday. We took an Uber from Joey P's house to Joe's on Reed Street. And that's what we should do. We should be responsible as adults. We should all be taking Ubers. We shouldn't be doing what Tony Romo is doing. But this has been my first Uber in a little while. And it's sad to report that my 5-star Uber rating is now at a 4.97. And I saw it, and I was distraught. Joey P, you and Sandy and Julie were in the back seat, enjoying the ride, having a fun time, conversating about anything. I was in the front seat stewing. I don't think I said a word for the 45 minutes of the trip from the south side of Chicago to Joe's on Weed Street. And then I realized, I looked at my history, and while I have bragged about the 5-star Uber rating, it's been a while. I think I went back. It's about like 3 years since like we talked about this as the bum, maybe like 2.5 years. Because Dougie, you were in the discussion.
Yeah.
My last Ubers have only been with you guys. So let's go back and take a look. We obviously did this ride. This ride doesn't count because the rating was already down. So the Joe's on Weed Street ride doesn't count. Before that, it was to the Morgan Arts Complex with Sabor and Cultura and then Cork and Carry. Before that, it was in Pittsburgh, going to and from the various Pittsburgh trips that we all went to. Before that, it was at Indianapolis for the Wise Guys. So, my question to you guys is, which one of you fucked up my Uber rating? Because it wasn't me.
I don't know if we jumped in Uber together in Pittsburgh.
It was either Pittsburgh, Uber, or Indianapolis.
We walked to because we got in Chicago. We got in before you guys, and we walked to Permante's, and we walked to the stadium. I don't remember, and the bars were close by. Like, I don't know if we took an Uber. Maybe we took an Uber to like Southern Tier, but I don't remember many Ubers in Pittsburgh. We were very walkable, except to and from the airport, in which, you know.
There was also a couple from Gibson's Italia to the Aviary and the United Center, but I'm not counting those because that was a fun time and it was, business. It was a business meeting.
So I did do a few Ubers with you to Pittsburgh. We did to the restaurant before Ghost, and then we did but then I paid for the one from Ghost to the one.
There was one from PPG or to PPG Arena that was in my history. Regardless, okay. I don't want to point.
We did the rickshaw too.
I am pointing fingers, but like we don't have to get to the bottom of this. I just want people to know that it was not my own fault. It was one of you's.
It was all part of our plan.
Yeah.
But dude, honestly, my heart goes out to you because the benefits that you lose by not being 5-star is just
tremendous.
You're back on surge pricing now. You go basically to the back of the line like regular scumbags.
Yeah.
Like because you get priority, like 5-star people get priority rides. You get those free upgrades. I'm trying to think what else I still have. I can't think of there's a bunch of other benefits that I'm still getting.
No, you know what? There's some Ubers with Johnny too. You're not just because you're not on screen doesn't mean that it wasn't you. Could have been you. You could have farted in one of the Ubers. We don't know.
I think
I'm kind of trying to think, Peter. It could have been Indy, it could have been Pittsburgh, and along one of those joy rides that we had, we're probably talking and bragging about our Chicago isms, and it's somebody that really is
a good point.
And they could have done it out of spite. They could be petty.
You know what? If that's the case, I'm willing to take the 4.97 rating because Chicago is better than Indianapolis. We saw that firsthand in our Bears road trip. It is better than Pittsburgh, even though hopefully Julie's not listening right now. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the lesser 5-star than a 5-star rating if it means superiority from the Chicago sports bums.
Yep.
No,
Bears
I will never get 5 stars back. I will never.
No, you
Barrett.
can only get
I'm-
4.99999.
No, I'm still at a
It's a lot.
4.97 myself.
The only way you can get it back is if that driver that gave you the bad rating somehow gets thrown off of Uber.
Oh, I gotta talk to Praz. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
find this out. somehow.
I could be wrong, but it was either Uber or Lyft. That was like a rule or something. Praz would know more than I would, but yeah.
That's a good point. Do you know who I am? I know Southpaw. I might have said that in an Uber.
Right.
I might have said that in an Uber. I might have said that in an Uber.
Yeah.
Never know.
All right. That's our show. Peter, what's on the Baloney Show this week?
Yeah, we're gonna talk Spider-Man. I don't know when it's happening because I'm fucking busy as shit at work. But we are gonna talk Spider-Man. I want to talk Doomsday trailer. It's gonna be a very nerd-heavy episode with my cousin Joe from the MCU review. It'll be a fun time. Jason, you saw it. It was a fucking great movie.
It was. All right. Thanks everyone for sticking around with us on this nearly 3-hour episode of the BumCast.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable is right. Thanks everyone who liked, who commented, super chatted. We love you all. We'll see you all very soon next week. Until then, have a great time and go Bears.
Go get him, Bear.